Hey, Daya. Welcome in, how you been, buddy? How you been? You been good? Hope you been good. I'm so tired. I started 2 minutes early. Did I forget anything? Okay, UK heat wave kicking my ass. Yeah, we've been getting a lot of storms down here. My power has gone out like 3 times this week. Oh man, Dale, I'm gonna be completely real with you. Today's gonna be difficult. You'll be like, but why, Sammy? That's what you sound like. And I'm like, because I'm gonna have to struggle not to talk about the big situation going on right now. Like, I want to talk about it, but my takes are like ice cold. I have the coldest takes this side of the equator. And I'm like, oh god, but I want to rant about it, but nobody comes to me for that. I have to behave myself. I want to be a problem. There we go. But yeah, I'm just like, man, I want to rant about it. I won't prompt you since I've been trying to stay out of it with a lot of weird going on. Like, yeah. Well, like, because the thing interests me, not from like the drama standpoint, but more from the business structure standpoint. That's actually the part I want to talk about. Like, and a little bit of the VTuber stuff, but like it's mostly the what, Vivid, no, don't be bonking people. How dare you? But that's more what kind of interests me. Like, yes, there's the VTuber fallout, but more like I kind of want to talk about the big picture. Like, you know, how's my favorite dragon? I'm fine. I want to rant about the situation, but not in the way people like. Like, I want to talk about like the overall influence this is gonna have, not really the individual situations with each, because that stuff is pretty standard. Look, I actually work for an evil organization, so what they're talking about actually isn't all that surprising. So because I also work for an evil corporation, like, you know, I also don't bonk random people. I only bonk people I like. Oh, lovely. I get the affectionate bonk. It's like, I like you very much, bonk. It's cute. Yeah, but that's more the part I'm interested in, as well as the business side of things. Like, you know, wait, I'm supplying snacks to an evil corporation? Yes. But it's okay. It's okay. We're only evil on paper. All right, hello. Welcome in. Remember, if you're evil on paper, no one can prove shit. But yeah, no, I've worked for like 6 evil corporations with a spectrum of ability. So I'm sitting there being like, what happened was bad, yes, but what fascinates me is how we got here. This doesn't happen in a vacuum. So we're collapsing more VTuber companies now. Like, oh, I found the Mentos discoveries the other day. It's like, each one's a different fruity flavor. It's actually really good. Like, it's not the curse of Niji Sanji. See, like, the problem is you can't say it's the curse of Niji Sanji because Niji Sanji is still around. Like, you can't, like, Niji Sanji's favorite is everybody's favorite punching bag. But, guess what? Niji Sanji didn't implode. It didn't. And that's what's fascinating to me. Yeah, like, that fascinates me, okay? Listen, I supply to whoever comes to my shop. I could care less, unless you use my products to harm human people, I see. Yeah, how Niji Sanji's still around. Oh, I can go into that. Not a curse, let us do the cursing on Niji Sanji. No, I like Niji Sanji. Anyway, like the reason that Niji, like, okay, I'm sorry, Dio, but I'm gonna talk about it. My will is made of Cracker Jacks. The thing is, what people need to understand about evil corporations is the ones that are A, willing to do what it takes, and B, know how to hide their shit, are the ones that are actually the most stable. People hate Niji Sanji, but the thing is, well, number one, Niji Sanji actually is not as bad as people want it to be. They really want Niji Sanji to basically be at Vishoujo level at this point. But the thing is, Niji Sanji kind of never was at the Vishoujo level of nonsense. Hell, they're not even at the Hololive version of nonsense, actually, now that I think about it. Because, well, more brittle than... Hey, Master, hello, how are you? We're talking about why evil corporations tend to actually last longer than... Well, there is no good corporations, but anyway. Like, I'm not one of those people who think corporations are good. In order to operate as a corporation, you have to do some bad shit. Anyone who says you don't has never worked for a corporation long enough to realize the truth. Like, anyone who says, nuh-uh, not all corporations are bad, like, some of them are good. No, they're not. They're not. If you think they are, they're just for shoujo. Anyway. I'm going to say that corporations are evil. However, corporations are evil, yes, but they're fascinating. I can't even say they're good. They're not. They're evil, but they fascinate me. Because, like a lot of things, everything's like not like the thing is, one thing I have noticed is the bigger the or the better the talents are, let me see, how do I put this? The more money the talents are allowed to have, the worse it is for the company. Idol Corp went through this shit, and also Vishoujo, and Vishoujo actually shows why you do not want to give most of the profits to the employees. I'll say yes or hello at all. And again, corporations are evil. Do not misconstrue me. But if you want the corporation to actually be able to do anything remotely entertaining, they gotta be evil though. Like, the thing I'm sitting here being like, because I'm looking into this, okay? I'm listening to everybody's videos. I'm listening to what they're saying. Not the stuff that people want to hear, but what they are actually saying. Iron Master's freelance fundraising foundation has doubled what Vishoujo meant to give. Yeah, because people are angry. Bruh, that's how that shit works. If this was just a random Tuesday and this BS read did not go down, she would not be able to make that much for the immune defense fund. I don't want to say IDF because a lot of people keep saying that stands for something else. It does stand for that, but not in this case. But anyway, what I'm saying is, like, this is good. I honestly think this is good for the foundation. This is great for the foundation, but you have to remember, this is also the only reason the foundation is getting this much money is not because people actually care. It's because they want to hurt Vishoujo. People need to understand these things, you know? Like, it is. People want to hurt Vishoujo and they're not going to be able to. So the next best thing they can do is give money to this charity that got fucked over by Vishoujo. And you know what I think? My thing is, and if people want people want this to be malicious. People want this whole thing of Vishoujo stealing money from a charity and from Iron Mouse to be malicious. I've worked in the corporate scene long enough to know that it's probably like 2% malicious and like 98% stupid. Someone basically made a mistake and they couldn't fix it fast enough. This sort of thing happens a lot in the corporate sphere. Not VTubing sphere, the corporate sphere. Companies run into this lovely little issue a lot. Now, this is not to say that the company is good. It is not. they basically did not fix the issue when it started, and it snowballed. And like, and it's sad because, you know, the other issue I have with this entire situation is, and I was speculating about it, but it did get confirmed like a minute ago, that the reason I think a lot of this crap even got to this point is because we literally, oh, AJ, hello. But people need to understand one thing. If there's anything you could take away from this entire situation, it's stop being a dick to creatives, please. Because creatives have this little problem where they don't stand up for themselves, let themselves get screwed over, and then before you know it, half a goddamn $1 million is gone. Like, bruh. I'm just picturing a bank going 500K. That's the way too much to shift in one go. Fraud detect. Like, that's the thing. Financial institutions have ways of flagging anything that's over $10,000. Anything over $10,000 causes a flagging situation. That's actually just, at least American and I believe Canadian banks do that. I don't know about Japanese banks. You know? Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Oh, you're talking about the Iron Mouse situation? I'm talking about that and the overall shockwave it's gonna cause. Because this is not good for anybody. Vishojo's mistake is gonna fuck everybody over. Because, number one, like, again, corporations are evil. However, they can do good, but they will always be evil, no matter what. They will always be evil. Oh, Vishojo burns, stealing from cherries and is messed up. Like, people, I think it's funny that people do not understand how easy it is for this type of thing to happen in the corporate sphere. When you kind of just don't hire professionals. Like, if they had a proper financial advisor, or even better, a fiduciary, if they had a fiduciary, this shit would not even happen. But they probably don't even know what a fiduciary is. You know? Fool me 3 times, sent to death, I can't. Yes, it is evil by default, because the nature of a corporation, you have to be evil in order for it to be successful. In order for the corporation to work properly, to do literally anything, it has to do some evil shit. If someone says they don't, they are naive and dumb. Like, do not start looking up your favorite company, because you will find bullshit, no matter what it is. Can't be corporation, not evil enough. I could, because I am evil. Like, I am straight up evil. But the thing is, I honestly hate when people start trying to guilt trip people and make them feel bad for wanting to join a corporation. Because corporations are evil, but they can do good. Like, they can, you know? The current CEO of G whatever needs the wrath of what, I don't know who that is. Anyway. True, I can't imagine this. I can't imagine the skeleton. Jeff Bezos. Like, people need to understand there's kind of a balance there. A corporation can do good, but there is a reason it always does evil to get there. Like, and I don't think people should be mad about that. Like, no, you can still be mad at Vishojo. I'm not saying you can't be mad about the Vishojo situation, but saying corporations in general should not exist is childish and naive, you know? And Ubisoft, I bet they have multiple closets. The problem is like, the reason that corporations can, it's like a vicious cycle. Corporations cannot be good because customers cannot behave. Customers cannot behave because corporations are evil. Thank you for being the voice of the voiceless. Like, people want to hate on Niji Sanji and Hololive and all that because they're corporations. They limit the talents. So, about that, you want to know what happens when you don't limit your talents? You get the Vishojo problem. One thing I've noticed about Vishojo is even though they do not have the money, the talents sure do like doing expensive shit. Like, they do some expensive shit all the time. And when you're running a company, if you are making money off of your employees should not be the biggest expense. It shouldn't. Operating the company is the biggest expense. But if your employees are the biggest expense, that's literally a one-way ticket to bullshit. Also, thank you very much for the hydrate. Some people like, but talent freedom causes bankruptcy. Anybody who's indie knows this. If you're an indie, imagine doing half the shit one Bishoujo talent does by yourself, with no management, no company, nothing. Just you purchasing this expensive ass shit on your own. And see how long you will last. I'll say the lady, sorry, I'm going to cough. Excuse me. Lady Gothicy, welcome in. My name is Semi Enigma. I'm an Elder Dragon mom boss. Thank you so much for joining the organization. You can pick up your badge at the front desk. Welcome to the resort. Anyway, I'm still irrelevant and I'm a PNG and no more. Like, I'm irrelevant. I don't care. Like, I think it's sad that people do not treat VTubing as a business and it gets them hurt. That's more my issue. Even if you're indie, you have to, if you want to be not taken advantage of on the regular, you actually do have to treat VTubing like a business, even though it's a hobby. Because if not, you end up getting hurt. Look at how many times indie VTubers get scammed. It's because they don't treat it like a business. They treat it like a big old friend group, and it's not. Thank you very much. I drew it myself. I should be farther away, but I'm like, no, I want to be weirdly close to chat. You know, in all honesty, it's nice to hear that you were the voice of reason and being calm about this. Yeah, it makes logical sense. Like, because I see what people are saying, and I think it's sad. Not everybody has the time, resources, or mental fortitude to be a big indie. Some people can't even do it as a small indie. Look at how many people have to take hiatuses and they're not even doing this crap full time. Look at these people. You know, you just finished streaming yourself. Oh, I see. What kind of stuff do you stream? And like, and again, people make this assumption that, oh, if they were big with the company, that means they'll be big by themselves. No. You think they're taking a lot of hiatuses before and they had a company to lean on, even if the company was actively stealing money from them. In a way that one thing that was bothering me about the situation, Art and Sims 4, ooh, nice. I like Sims 4, it's fun. One thing that was bothering me about this, and I had to dig into it, is how did they not notice money was not rolling in? Where was that? Where was that happening? It wasn't from their Twitch revenue, and it wasn't from their YouTube revenue, because those go directly to them. Those do not go through VShojo. However, the stuff they rely on VShojo for is where the fuckery started. And I'm like, what? That's the thing you have to think about, chat. When these things start getting flung around, you have to ask, where is the problem? Where is the problem? Now, I can understand, now that I know where the financial situation is, I can now understand how the stupid fuckery happened. Merch companies are a bane on my existence. The thing about merch companies is unless you are going through an actual, real corporation, and I'm sorry, VTuber Corps do not have the clout to be considered real corporations sometimes. But if you're not through a real corporation, basically using your own shipping and your own company to actually go through a official distributor, a lot of merch companies are ass. Like, because yes, they handle the only reason most people go through a merch company is they don't want to ship from their own house because they don't want people to know where they live. Understandable. They also don't want to have to ship their own stuff because they don't have the time or resources. Understandable. That's where the merch company comes in. But sometimes they don't do that because they're stupid. Because they have the same problem that VTuber companies have. They spend too much money running their own business. If you're running a business and you're putting more into the business than actually, you know, and you can't even profit, you are doing it wrong. Like this is after me doing research. This is after me doing research, okay? I'm not making this up. This is me doing research. Hell, I actually did have merch through a company once, a year ago. Some of y'all might even remember actually buying merch from this company. You know what happened? They ghosted me. They just never answered. They just never sent my merch. That I bought my own merch, by the way. They never sent my merch. They never sent anybody's merch, and they just ignored me. And that happens more times than you think. Yeah, that happened to me. Yes, that explains why you removed your... Yeah, that's why I removed it, because they legitly scammed me. You know, and I went with them because I saw another VTuber that was gone through them, and I'm like, oh, okay, I'll go through them too. Not realizing that they didn't get their merch either. Nobody did. I'm not gonna say what this company's name is because they ain't suing my ass. You know, turns out people who can't do finances large sums of money cause a lot of problems. It does. It is messed up. That is the issue with being an indie. That stuff happens to you. It's going to happen to them. Everyone suddenly leaving VShojo is now accidentally triggering the grifter flag. Because, well, how do I put this? Some of them haven't been indies for a very long time. And the indie sphere that they left is not the indie sphere that they're going back into. I worry that Mouse is not going to have a good time. But then again, she's savvy. She'll probably be fine. The rest of them, though... they might have a hard time. And when a streamer has a hard time, they start getting dumb. Because they get desperate. Desperate people is never a good thing. But again, if your favorite streamer is in a corporation, do not make them feel bad for being there. Because it's a job. As someone who works for an evil corporation that has done very evil things to me personally, I still work there because you know what? I gotta pay bills and shit. I gotta pay bills, you know. And that's why every single time someone starts waving their little Nichi-sanji bad flag, I want to just drop kick y'all every time y'all say that, because Nichi-sanji's still here. You're new at streaming? Ooh, don't give up, honey. I know it sounds bad right now, but don't give up. Don't give up, honey. It feels bad right now, but well. I'm not gonna say it's gonna get better because it's not, but you gotta persevere. I believe in you. Don't put your mom money. How about Iron Mouse and everyone leaving the company gets back on their feet? That... I don't know. You know? Like, because again, the indie sphere is ruthless. Ruthless. Y'all saw what happened, like this, like as much as people want to pretend that it's as bad as it is, the Cinder situation is actually an example of how bad the indie sphere can get over the pettiest, dumbest, nothing burger of nonsense. Because that's how people get attention these days, by controversy. Also, thank you very much for the care combo. I stretch. I don't know what my spine's doing. I drink water. And like, I can agree, the indies can literally cut throats at a time. Like, they do. Oh, thank you very much for the bits. You didn't have to. I greatly appreciate it. You know what? Come here. I'll follow you. Cute. There we go. Yeah. Oh. But like, you're welcome. But like, that's why if you're gonna go into VTubing, don't be afraid to go into VTubing. Just understand that yes, it's a hobby, but it is more of a job. I want to break out into the indies one day. But it is a job. As someone who has a lot of expensive hobbies and hobbies that can very easily be turned into income, if you do that, you have to treat it like a job. And what I mean by that is not that you have to be clout chasey. You have to be professional. The people make the joke about people being afraid of job applications. I think modern VTubers are afraid of freaking professionalism. Something goes down, they're like, I gotta do a Google Doc, or I gotta do a video explaining my slide. And I'm like, man, no one cares. Like, especially if you don't have the whole story. like because I actually said in my chat that I did want to join Vishojo once, but I knew I didn't have a chance because of several reasons. Number one, the most obvious. Number two, I'm not big enough. Number three, I'm too corporate savvy. They would not like me. I would be cutthroaty as hell. Is attempting to be professional. Are you, honey? Are you? Anyway. Thank you for the follow. No problem. The number of Google Docs I've actually read are counting on one hand. Who's got time for that? I do. And not only that, but all this literally discourages smaller streamers because they're like, I'm never going to get big enough to talk to them. And you won't. You won't. You will never attract your favorite VTuber's attention because you are microscopic and there is no benefit to talking to you. This does not mean that you do not matter. You do matter. You are important and people love you. I always have to like follow that. In fact, I kind of wish people would stop trying to get the attention of big streamers, you know? Now, I'm not talking about me. I am not a big streamer. I'm not. Just because I'm bigger than some of y'all doesn't mean I'm a big streamer. I'm like middle small. Not microscopic, but middle small. You know? Like, I know my value is. My value is great, but no one sees me because I'm too powerful. Let me stop. I am tall. I'm 8'6". But like, so like, it's gonna be a little rough in the indie sphere for a while because the flood of the big indies, including gosh darn Iron Mouse, is going to make things rough for you. If you want to be a VTuber, it's gonna be hard. You thought it was hard before. It's going to get harder because of the gigantic tsunami that is these bigger VTubers. You know, you're gonna have to push past that. You're gonna have to push past the feeling of complete and utter insignificance. You're gonna have to push back past that. You're 5 foot, you're so tiny. I wouldn't be able to see you if you stood in front of me. I wouldn't be able to see you past the boobs. I look down and I see nothing but cleavage. Good lord, all y'all are so tiny. You're little itty bitties. And oh my god. I'm just gonna, that's weird. Anyway, so don't get discouraged when all the big VTubers literally refuse to talk or hang out with anyone who isn't as big as they are. Do not get upset. Or no, you can get upset. I'll say, well, hello, no. You can get upset that your favorite streamer is not going to acknowledge your existence unless you give them money. That they have to live that way now. They have to, you know? Just don't get upset publicly. Yes, you can still get upset. You can write about it. You can, you know, you can make paper dolls and draw little dicks on them or whatever. I don't know. But don't take it out on the streamers. They're at a position where they're basically jobless. They are jobless now. like thankfully they have the revenue that isn't changing, but if you listen to them, they're like, I needed that money. If they were that rich, they wouldn't need the money. It doesn't matter if they needed it, if they wanted it for like projects or whatever. The fact that they can't pay for those projects without that money means they don't make as much as you think they do. And please be patient with them because of that. They are going to be a lot more chilly going forward. They're going to have a lot more instances where they will find a way to ask for money. They will. And people get upset when this happens because they're like, you used to be cool, but now all you care about is money, you shill. And I'm like, bitch, they literally jobless. Shut up. They literally jobless right now. No one wants to accept it, but like, all the shoujo people are jobless right now. Go to X and use promo code half their username. like, it bothers me because in one breath people will be like, down the corporations, blah blah blah, and then in the other breath they'll be like, I can't believe they only ask for money and they want me to buy their merch, they only care about that dollar. And I'm like, are you really saying that shit? Hey Lung, hello. And the thing is, I'm saying this because I've seen this happen. I've seen this happen countless times. A talent leaves a company and then they try to make money and people give them shit for it because they don't have the income. Like, thankfully with these guys, they don't have to build themselves up from the bottom like a lot of other recently unemployed talents had to do, you know? But so that's a little bit easier for them. It is sad. But people don't see it that way. They see it as, they don't know what you talk about. They still got jobs. They still get income from Twitch and from YouTube. And I'm like, yeah, but they're not going to get as much as they did before. You want to know why? Because outside of the fact that even when Vishojo did give them money, which they did at some point, that money is lost now. They ain't gonna get that shit. But the other problem is, less people are gonna be able to watch them because they're gonna be a split group. The reason that groups are so beneficial is because they help you with exposure. They help you literally be like, okay, so I'm done for the day. They help you get people to look at you because you're friends. They're not gonna be able to do that anymore because it hasn't hit them yet, but they're gonna have to fight for views. They're gonna have to fight for views because yeah, they're gonna have to fight for views because they're not a group anymore. They're a bunch of indies, which is a disaster unless they form a new group that has its own branding. Because the thing is, Vishojo was a great brand. It was. Vishojo and Kuro was a great brand. It was. Too bad they squandered it, you know? Hey there, Beanie. Hello. Welcome in. This seems like a strange time to arrive. Yes, I'm giving everybody financial advice. But like, when it comes to VTubing, branding is a very important thing. And Vishojo had wonderful branding. Now they're just gonna be a bunch of randos. And the thing is, they're now going to be blending in with a bunch of other randos of the same level. So now they're gonna, like, or rather, how do I put this? I want to know how they're going to fare in a year, because I know Iron Mouse is probably going to be the only one who's going to retain her viewership and maybe even get bigger, because she's the best one. She's the best one because she gives people the moral high ground just by being around her. It's weird. It sounds bad, but listen, hear me out. I'm not saying Iron Mouse is not talented. That is not what I'm saying. They're all talented. She's great. However, Iron Mouse, unlike the rest of them, gives you the moral high ground for supporting her. Giving her money has more social value than giving money to literally anyone else. So, also, hey there, Nihilus Blackheart? That's so edgy. Welcome in. My name is Semi Enigma. I am an Elder Dragon Mom Boss. Thank you so much for joining the organization. You can pick up your badge at the front desk. Welcome to the resort. How are you? And still want to give money to you anyway. Oh, thank you. Nihilus. Sorry about that. I'm like, no. But hello there, Nihilus. Welcome in. Oh God. Thank you, Dio. Oh, I greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much for the gifted subscribbles. It's okay. What's it saying? Oh, but anyway, so Iron Mouse, honestly, there's also a reason that the rest of them didn't say anything until Iron Mouse did. Think about the strategy, chat. Think about a strategy. Yeah, subscribbles. It was a verbal typo, and it's stuck for years now. But the thing is, like, why do you? Because the thing is, Matara, Giga, and the other ones, then Treya, they all left before this point. They all had money, a significant amount of money withheld from them, but they didn't say anything. And I'm not saying it's because they're bad people. Do not get it twisted. It's because they do not have the social clout to say that. You know, subscribe under someone who writes some scribbles. How are you? I think I can guess Gibby and Puppy. Oh god. But that's the thing, like, she's but the thing is, Iron Mouse is literally the only one of them who had the talent, not the talent, but she has the social credit to be able to say something negative about Bishoujo and it actually do something. No one else could have done this. Imagine if Zentreya said this, people probably would have just thought she was being a hater. If Giga did this, she hasn't been there long enough. If Matara said something, no, they wouldn't have believed her at all. Iron Mouse is literally the only one who could have actually done this, and they know that. Which means she's gonna be the one who's gonna basically be the most okay. Out of all of them, she's gonna be the one who's probably gonna get more popular while everyone else falls to the wayside. Not to say that they're gonna be completely, you know, vanishing or whatever, but who's the one everyone, like, talks about? Who's the one, you know, and again, Iron Mouse is smart. Like, she's good. And please do not make it like sound like I think she's being like nefarious. She's not. But as a manipulative person myself, I want to do the slow clap. That girl knows how to act fast. You know? Like, you can't even say she's money hungry even when she asks for money later. Because the first thing she did after saying she's leaving is saying, go ahead and donate to this charity, which in turn has gotten more money than the money that was stolen, which in turn gets her recognized by people who have not even heard of VTubers, which in turn will ensure that Iron Mouse is now going to get even more viewers than before. That's smart as hell. It's weird to me to say that I don't understand the popularity of higher end, some VTubers like Iron Mouse included. How do you manipulate people? I want to know. Oh, honey. Oh, honey. It's an art. But like, and again, oh, hey, Coco Costa, hello at all. And again, I'm not saying that Iron Mouse is being malicious. However, what she did was very smart. Love and model, thank you. I enjoy myself. I am my own mama. Like, and the rest of them kind of have to hit the ground running now because of her. Not as in that's a bad thing, but that is what business savvy looks like, chat. If you want to know what business savvy looks like, look at what Iron Mouse did immediately after she announces that she's leaving Bishoujo. She doesn't just leave it there to linger. She does something with that because she knows she actually has the social power to do something. You really said, fuck you, I'll do it myself. Honestly, yeah, look, as a VTuber of my type, no one was gonna draw this. I had to do it. Hey, Dr. Lodo. Smart evil. Mom is beautiful, I want to draw her. Oh, thank you. Yeah. But pay attention to stuff like that, chat. The rest of them, like, and the thing is, everyone else is, well, unwittingly supporting just Iron Mouse. And that's why I'm like, she's gonna be able to surpass everyone. And it's not, and I hope nobody gets bitter about it. I can only hope, because y'all have seen what happens when people get jealous in the indie sphere. You know, like, yes, everyone's holding hands and being like, but you notice what's going on. Everyone's saying support Mousy, you know, support Mouse, support Mouse. Yes, they're saying support the talents, but who's the only one who gets mentioned by name? Iron Mouse. Again, not something she intended, but there's a reason they keep saying that. She's the number one for a reason, you know? Dumb hoodie. Honey, you're not dumb. You're adorable. We've been over this. You know? So, like, when I say, like, in order to, so in the corporate world, that's the type of stuff you'll have to do if you don't want to get left behind. Like, I am very interested to see who out of the group of the shoujo is going to be relevant by next year. This time next year, who's going to still be relevant? I'll say that I Love Tomboys, hello, hello, welcome in, welcome in. Who's going to be, other than Iron Mouse, who's going to be, unless she gets herself canceled somehow, which I'm sorry, she's uncancelable because she has way too many bonuses. So she ain't going nowhere. Unless she just quits on her own or, anyway. But I'm like, but for the rest of them, what's going to happen to them? What's going to happen to Nova? They don't have shit, and they're JP only. Is Henya going to be okay? Is K-san going to be okay? People are going to dig up every single time she said something positive, and it doesn't matter that she now said something negative. They're just going to dig up all the images she made. That's how politics works. And I mean, politics is more than just, you know, elections and shit. This is actually politics too. Have I ever participated in your live stream? Curious? Probably not. I know I've seen you before. But that's the thing, chat. That's how these things work. This is how you get to the top in indie VTubing. You have to do social maneuvering. It's not evil, but it is necessary. If not, you trip, you fall, you get canceled. You know? Like, another good example, which no one likes when I say this, is technically Cinder. Cinder did the right thing. And how she responded to her own drama. Yes, everyone's throwing her under the goddamn bus, but she didn't spiral, though. She did the right thing. She did the only thing you can do when you're being, like, attacked like that. And you will be attacked by people. People will save receipts. People will wait for the opportune moment to try and cancel you. They do that because they think that's how they're going to get more popular. Because they called you out. They warned people about you. That's why I tell people I'm evil. So when someone comes out with the Google Doc being like, Semi's a bad person, I'm like, bitch, I knew that. I trip, I fall, I stay down because I'm not smart. Dio, I swear to God, if you say you're dumb one more time, I'm gonna spank you. First saw Semi on YouTube first? Really? YouTube? I barely even go on there. I kind of wish multi-streaming wasn't so forbidden, or else I would just do that. I think you'd enjoy it. Yeah, you're right. Damn. Plus, he's so fluffy. Like, anybody who's seen Dio, he's like just such a fluffy man. He's so cute. Don't tell me, like, wait, best not to finish that sentence. I can't with you. Oh my God. I for sure would. Y'all, we've been over this. You're not gonna get punishment if you like it. You're gonna get the butter again. Let's see. There we go. Semi's chaotic good. No, I'm evil. We've been over this. I'm evil. I'm like lawful evil. Yeah. I should probably get to drawing, shouldn't I? I will still rant about this, by the way. I'm not gonna stop. It's too late. It's too late, chat. Ready's popcorn. Okay, wait. Let me get the butter. Let me get the butter. 1 second. Let me find the butter. How do I lose one? Oh, here it is. Here you go, chat. Here's your butter. Butter, butter, butter. Butter, butter. Butter for everybody. Butter, butter, butter. Butter, butter. Send me what the hell is that? It's a big old block of butter. Here you go. Butter, butter, butter. There you go. Now you're all nice and slick. Oh. Why do I think lawful evil at the same time you say? I am lawful evil, weirdly enough. Yeah, okay, wait. I missed your popcorn. Wait, here you go. Here you go, Dio. Here's some butter for your popcorn just for you. There you go. There you go. There you go. Now you got some deliciously buttered popcorn. There you go. Anyway. Oop, actually I turned off my music. Anyway. I'm like, no, literally. But no, I don't, because I honestly feel like people, when it comes to VTubing, they do get themselves hurt over unnecessary crap. Like, if you get canceled, and you will, someone will find a way, you know, you have to be able to navigate that. You can't just let them win, you know? 1 second, we're gonna go ahead and move. And get, here I go. Gotta get in the right spot. Did I turn off my music? Oh, I say, did I turn off my music again? Dang it. Hey, Skylar, hello, hello. All right. Go ahead and get everything started. Music turns off, you know, semi-serious. I might do that one of these days. I'm safe for now. But I honestly feel like people, I don't like lying to people, being like, oh, well, that won't ever happen. Bad things won't ever happen. They happen all the flipping time, you know? You gotta prepare yourself. You gotta prepare yourself. Oh wait, no, that's not what I meant to do. Open. I know where I want to go. Also, stop blocking me. Let's see. I know screen time for the emotional support dribble. Okay. Let me get your dribble for you. Which one is it? Which one do we need? No, we're just gonna move you. We're gonna move the little guy. There you go. Here's your little support dribble. Oh wait, no, this one's better. Boop, boop. Anyway. Excuse me. Oh, thank you. I got it from Etsy. You can get some really cheap stuff from Etsy, by the way. I get a lot of stuff from there, actually. Just gotta put it in the credits. Ow. Let's see. Okay. But no, like, even though it's gonna get a little bit more difficult going forward when it comes to VTubing, because again, instead of the corpos being the ones doing the trends or starting trends, it's gonna be the big indies, and it's not gonna be pretty. So you're gonna have to just kind of stick to your own morals, you know? Only now I just realized the melons, it's because I was hiding them. I kind of forget that sometimes you can't really see anything when I'm really close up. So yeah, I do have really big, I do have the big melons, so. In fact, oh, wait. Let me do something, because you guys are new, so you haven't seen my full model. So let me stand up right quick. 1 second. You get back here. Bam. Here they are. This is my summer outfit. So this is the summer outfit. So yeah. You're like, damn. With my hilariously cinched waist. But yeah, this is the summer look. This is only for the summer. I'm usually more clothed than this. So yeah. Anyway, there we go. You have a tablet. Like, what, Melon? Not the mommy, sorry. I can't with y'all. Yes, business. Yeah, I'm usually in a business suit because I am a mom boss after all. Oh gosh darn it, I hate that. Ugh. Anyway, I don't mean this in the rude way, but picture mom proportions. Oh lord. I always have to do the little warning of, I know I look like a hentai character because I'm based on a hentai character. However, I am safe for work and hilariously boring. Like, this is not by accident. Excuse me, god damn it. I hate coffee. I'm sorry, you are what now? Yeah, okay, so how do I explain this? I like the proportion of hentai characters, but I am not a hentai character. I'm not a hentai character, I'm not a lewd tuber, I'm actually just a say-so nonsense individual, you know? But I really do like the way they look though. Like, oh, I like the way it looks. I look so good. Like, I'm like, man, I look too good, man. Yeah, I always have to explain it because I was gonna be a YouTuber when I started, but then I got too tired because I'm an old woman. Oh yeah, disclosure, I'm an old woman. I am so old. We'll throw some ass up the ass. Well, I gotta say so, boy. Like the dislocation is not the disassociation. I can't. Oh boy, we got twerking in the chat. Twerking in the chat. Okay, so back to what I'm supposed to be doing here. Wait, let me put a marker down because I'm actually doing something. You don't sound old? It's because I'm so happy with myself. Well, you see, I myself tend to, from what I've been told, because I am a relatively happy individual, I don't look as old as I do. Like, apparently. Yeah, youthful exuberance. How old? I'm 40 plus. Oh my god, me too. Elderly buddies. High five, ow, my arm. Joke's on you, some people like older women. Oh lord. Like, I legitimately didn't, like, I literally, when I started VTubing, I legitimately thought nobody would think my character was hot. Like, I was like, yeah, I'm an 8'6" tall woman who's over the age of 25. There's no way anybody will think I'm sexy. Yeah, right. Man, I was surprised. Like, that was funny. Yeah, I mean, I know I am beautiful and all that, but like, I just straight up did not think anybody would think my character was attractive though. Like, at all. And I'm just like, oh, well, that happened. Okay, I'm gonna turn that back off. You're older than me. I just turned 20. You a baby. You little 30-year-old baby. You're just starting to figure out what life is about. You're a little bun, a little bitty bit. Okay. I need to erase that. I erased the wrong thing. Here we go. Anyway. People love women with power, even if the power is just height advantage. I see. Ma'am, I like older women. Oh. The audience. I mean, yeah, there is an audience for everything. Which is why you should never give up, chat. You should never give up your dreams. So I guess somebody didn't know about the lady, like, look, actually, chat, fun fact. Lady Demsky is the only reason I'm as popular as I am, is because she was kind of the big thing when I first started showing up. And when I showed everybody my height difference, that a lot of people made that comparison, and basically if Resident Evil was not a popular game that year, I would not be here. Or rather, you probably might not have found me. Coincidences are funny like that. I like older women now. Oh, well, we do tend to have more experience as well as, you know, self-confidence because we're too old to care, you know. You put like right there. Yep, I remember making that connection. Did you? I never did have the outfit drawn up, though I might do it at some point, just to kind of pay homage to the point that to the fact that she's kind of the reason why most people even found me. It's a little late though, because like, well, no, actually no, wait, let me look. Okay. It's gonna be August soon. Should I be Lady Demiscu for Halloween? What do y'all think? Because I could do it. I know how to do the hat now. So I could do the outfit and give myself the claws. I could do it. Yes. You have great content. Ooh. Ayo, not the Ayo. Hey Matthew, how you doing? But like, because I'm like, I totally could. I actually could. Let's see here. That. Hi, I'm new here. Hi, new. I'm Semi. probably have the least sexy model. I'm some sort of radio thing. Maybe. It depends. How tall are you IRL? 8'6". Anyway. Unfortunately, Matthew, you will find I'm I'll say the man duck. Oh, thank you very much for the biddies. I'm one of those VTubers that doesn't actually separate. So guess what? You're just gonna get the 8'6" here. Why? I don't know, I'm just tall. Tall mother. I like cartoons more than people, but cartoons are interesting. I like cartoons too. Honestly, I don't think people are bad. Like, I don't think there's anything wrong with you if you do prefer cartoons to real people. Well, because cartoons can't hurt you. And honestly, they're a really great cope while you kind of figure yourself out. If you are like under the age of like 37 and you have a thing for cartoons, you are not weird. You're fine. Because I don't like when people shame people like that. Because like, they gotta stop running away from reality. Do you not realize how shitty reality is? Like, reality is shit. Let them have fun. You know? Hell, you could be like 70 and still like fictional characters and I wouldn't mind. You know? It's okay because they're a safe place to put your feelings until you figure yourself out. And it takes like, in my opinion, most people don't figure themselves out until like about 35. Usually you're 35 or so when you start kind of figuring yourself out. Funny you say 37? Dayo, have you figured yourself out or am I gonna have to up the number? I draw muscular men today. Ooh, nice. Muscular men give me problems, but I try. Up the number, are you 38? 39? 46? I think like one of my members is like 47. He's adorable though. He's my Dodge Ram. Jessica Rabbit, how dare you? This can't be Jessica Rabbit. The waist is too thick. I'm 37. I'm saying I have no idea. It's okay, honey. It's okay. It takes like conscious effort to. You're okay. So Matthew, you are 6'3". You know where you are? You're literally right at the booba line. You're right between the boobs. That's where your head would be. But anyway. Unfortunately, anybody who's under like that is just gonna be under boob. Also, can I just say how pretty you are? Yes, you can. I lost sensitivity again. No. Wait, let me go ahead and do save as, and this one's gonna be post. There we go. Let's see. I draw tall, muscular men, hot women, muscle mummies, plus size girls, etc., and whatever I want to draw, which is good. Like, people should draw whatever they want to draw. Let's see here. There we go. Say, mind you, I rarely draw humans. Ah, I see. That's where it is. So what you're saying is I'm at booba rest height? Yes, you are. I'm 5'9", being able to use the booba and the awing protection. Exactly, I'll protect you from the rain. It'll be fine. Oh gosh. Wait, let me make this a bit taller. Anyway. A slight tilt of the head forward or back will give more emphasis to the style presentation of the character is looking towards us. I don't know if they're looking towards you yet, honestly. 6'2", like on the dot. And my persona is 6'8". Nice. Muscle mommies, yay. I think I'd only draw one muscle mommy technically. It was because I was trying to make a dumb point. I lost my passion for art. I just watch people now. Oh no. I can understand that. Art can be a little, like, it can be disheartening depending on why you draw, which people draw for all sorts of different reasons, you know? And like, as someone who's like, I also understand I am actually pretty privileged in the fact that I've never had a point where I had to give up drawing. You know, some people either had to or they gave up drawing because of one reason or another, and it actually always makes me sad. you know, because I was just lucky to never be in that position where my parents just never really tried to stop me, you know. I did have the "you have to get a real job" talk, but that wasn't until I was like in high school, and I was already drawing way too much by then. I wasn't stopping. I was gonna kill people. So, you know. See, my persona is a omniversal Eldritch Horror. Ooh, fun. What kind of Eldritch Horror? There's multiple types. I'm the space void type. What kind of Eldritch are you? Sorry. What Eldritch are you, chat? Stop. It's nonsense. Or if looking around towards someone else, tilt the eyes could work. Like I said, I'll figure out which one I want to do. Since I'm 24 and have a crush on a fictional woman with feminine hips, it's weird. Sorry if this late message is late. Oh god, dang it, Jack. My persona is twinkish. Honestly, don't know if that would count as a twink. I don't know. A lot of the slang I'm not sure about. So who knows? Let's see. Let's see, what way do I want you looking at? I know Chad's not looking at you at all. Are you an organ trafficker because you stole my heart? Get out of here. I also gave up drawing because of college. Understandable. Omniversal, that's kind of in the name. I see. Does Eldritch cute count? It does. Well, when I say Eldritch type, some people, when they think of Eldritch, they think of tentacles, or they think of cosmic. So if you're universal, like, what is your Eldritch, like, features? That's kind of more what I'm asking. Oh, we're adding another one. Where are we adding this other dribble? Where's it going? Where's it going? Let's see. He was born in the void of the omniverse. He's able to traverse any universe. So DC, Marvel, D&D, Steven Universe, Universe, etc., etc. I see. So you're basically a donut. Okay, cool. Like Link from Breath of the Wild in the Gerudo outfit. Looks can be deceiving, but they have courage. What? Oh shit! I lost the plot. Please add a dribble at the water. Oh, in the water. Okay. Let's add. Okay. Here you go. You could go splish splash in the water. Oh wait, let's actually make it. Wait, how do I do it again? Let's see. There's a way to make it look like he's kind of. No, not that one. There's a way to actually make it look like he's kind of in the water. There we go. He's like, help! He's like, help me! Oh dang it! No, I want to. Okay, wait. Let me. I want to tilt you a little. There we go. He's like, hiya! Anyway. Let's see. Yes, having a jolly swim. He's able to traverse any universe, multiverse, megaverse, so on and so forth. He could poke Ant-Man in the butt. Anyway. Let's see. Cthulhu Eldritch. We have fun here. We do. That's what plays into content creation for me. Oh, okay. Let's see here. And I want to give you like a little umbrella as well. Actually, let's, because everybody has like that little point where it kind of pokes out of the thing here. Anyway, excuse me. Also, I joined the Discord. Sweet. I have to go do errands. I hope you and chat have a great day and or night. Thank you very much. Have a happy time zone and have happy errands. Hope to see you again. Bye-bye. Anything with my lore, myself am basic. It's my mascot that has the fantasy sky elements. I keep forgetting. I need to draw, oh shit. I keep forgetting I need to draw like your maid and my maid hanging out. I keep forgetting to do that because they also look pretty similar. Like, I'm not saying that like that's a bad thing. I just like, oh yeah, they are kind of similar, aren't they? Let's see here. He's on top of the cooler. Excuse me, goodness. I hate coughing so much. Ugh. Emily and Laura would probably be part of the same maid society in the Semiverse. They shop at the same place. Okay. Yeah, anyway. I feel like a fellow. I see a fellow Soul Eater fan. Actually, like, I didn't get very far in Soul Eater, but I remember I liked Soul Eater not until it started getting weird. I'm like, damn. It was kind of cool at first, but then it got a little weird. There we go. Stretch a little. My back. Every single time, like, they're like, Sammy, you're not old. I'm like, my back just cracked. Ow. Let's see here. That's gonna be the C. Solar was not like the original, hence the name. Yeah, like it was okay, although OG Soul Eater is definitely better because Blair's there. Blair and male Blair are my life. Let's see here. Blair is beautiful. Blair is sexy. She is on. I love Blair so freaking much. Blair is great. Let's see here. Yes. Oh my god. Honey, calm down. You've hit the spam limit. Let's see. Got one more maybe? No! Calm down. Calm down. I know you like the Blair, but calm down. You're being weird. Anyway. Let's see. Oh, wait, no. Right there. That. Perfect. Oh. I don't know. I was actually trying to figure out, like, you know, hilarity is not hilarity, but the special cupcake aside in the VTuberverse. I was actually trying to figure out one thing about like what I want to do, you know, with myself, and I there was something I was actually like, you know, kind of stalling on, you know. But now I'm just like, there's no point in me holding back anymore, so I might as well just do it, you know? Like, there's no reason to. And so basically one of the things I've kind of been, was it like kind of holding off about was I was wanting to launch my own website. Just because Twitter and all of the other socials are getting weirder. And even though I know I'm not going to make any big numbers or anything, at this point, I kind of don't care. Like, I don't care anymore. Simply because, like, all of that trying to become famous and big thing, honestly just kind of made everything kind of shitty, you know? It's weird, though. It's kind of weird. Like, the more I tried to strive to be, like, to act like a big VTuber, the worse my shit was. You know, like my art and everything. Like, for example, one thing I'm gonna do is there's actually a another what you call it, I have this other Twitter I've just kind of been holding on to for a while, and I'm gonna probably go ahead and start putting it to use soon, because one thing I wanted to do is just have a place that if you just wanted to see just my art or just my creative projects, then you'd be able to just scroll around there, you know. What did I just click on? Whoa, this is the big famous VTuber 7. Hi, Rocky. Hello. I second the notion, Semi. I see. I must throw ass. Oh god, don't throw ass. You don't know where it's been. But no, like so I decided to do that to just I'm not gonna say what the name of the thing is, just in case some of you are cutthroat and want to steal my idea, my amazing shitty idea. I was stopped by real quick to say What's up, and good stream and draw. Thank you. I hope people know where their ass has been. You would think, but not everybody does. Why would I steal from you? I mean, I don't think not everybody would, but I don't know who's lurking. Because I'm a lazy ass. Let's see here. You fool! Hello. But yeah, but I'm probably gonna go ahead and launch that. Maybe not today, but maybe tomorrow. I'm gonna launch it today or tomorrow. And yeah, that's gonna be that. Let's see. Just so that way I don't have to worry about it anymore, you know? Let's see. Okay, I like this. I like this. I almost misheard your name as Samuel. Ah, yes, everyone. I am Samuel L. Enigma. It's like, I'm tired of these mother effing dribbles on this mother effing plane. Oh my god. Man, why is everybody always misdoing my name? I'm never Semi. I'm always like, you know, Seaman or Samuel. Shambhala. I'm like, my name only has 4 letters in it. Google debunkers. Ooh, I like this. I like this. Let's see here. I beg your pardon. That was a good one. What's a Semi actually? Go. My name gets misspelled to such a ridiculous degree that someone called me Seaman before. And I'm like, how did I get here? I hate it. Also about thrown as I respected your request. Oh my goodness. There we go. Okay, I like this. I like this. This looks cute because this boy is flamboyant as hell. Let's see here. All right, let's clean this up a little bit. Let's clean this up a little bit. All right. Well, merge and then clean up a little bit. So how's K-pop Demon Hunters? It's good. If you haven't seen it, I honestly do recommend that you do. Oh my god, get out of here. Please, that's my father. Let me stop. Oh my god. In summoning game mode, I fight a Rift Enigma. Just pretend Semi is throwing untold horrors in my direction. Oh god. Oh yeah, I remember there was one game that had an Enigma in it, and it was like a gun, but the gun was like colored like me, so it was like purple and black. And they're like, I've turned Semi into a gun. And I'm like, I'm being shot at people. It was a very fun time, and I ran out again. Next month is going to be interesting, even though I'm pretty sure at least 2 controversies are going to happen next month. Aside from those, it's going to be funny. So the gun would be semi-auto. Get out of here. Rocky, get out of here, you monster. Take that rock and roll somewhere else. Oh, we know even better. Take that rock and roll out of here. Oh my god. I am the best around. Let's see here. Okay. And here we have our favorite vampire twink. he's very normal. He was a very normal dude. Here. I don't know why this looks really funny to me. Oh man.
Anyway,
not our Barbarian or whatever his name is. So this is everyone is. I missed the announcement. Oh, damn. That sucks. Let's see. You missed my lecture on why Vishojo failed as a company and why I am indeed evil. Like, you missed my monologue and everything. It was very funny. Let's see. I haven't played Baldur's Gate 3, so I only know who the Archman is solely because of osmosis. Anyway, so I'm evil? Nah. No, I am evil. I'm still evil. I am the evils. You know, with an A. You missed Zemi holding the internet on ransom. Exactly, you missed the best part of the episode. Now we're like in that weird epilogue where they talk about, and so what happened next was, it's like they couldn't defeat her, so they did the only thing they could do. Unleash a busload of himbos at her. Stop, I'm going to hell. Oh my god. Why can't I be normal, chat? Is honestly, I have two things in mind when you said you didn't want to talk about it. The other was a musician that left this world. Like, I don't really know enough about Ozzy to be sad, but I can understand empathetically why people would be. Like, yes, I was live when his music was big. I just didn't understand. We're on the part where we oh my god, calm down. Anyway, let's see here. But yeah, I was mostly just talking about like corporate advice and how to survive. Wait, wasn't that how they fought the final villain in Naruto? I don't know, I didn't watch that in Naruto. Maybe? Technically, a busload of himbos would probably work on just about anybody, I think. How dare you oof me? Let's see. Indie VTubing is where it's at. That is all. No, it ain't. Indie VTubing is shit. The sound didn't even play. Reverse harem jutsu. Oh my god. Like, every time they're like, oh, the indie VTubing is great. I'm like, no, it ain't. It's crap. Like, bruh. Like, if you think indie VTubing is good, then you haven't been into indie VTubing long enough. Like, I think the number one reason you could tell that indie VTubing is crap is listen to the amount of people who are like, you know, I tried out for VShojo. Literally, if they said I tried out for VShojo or I considered joining VShojo, that should tell you just how shitty being indie is. It's unavoidable at this point, but it's true. How is it crap? You have so much freedom. No, you don't. Slash Shinobi, my child and spice. You need to understand, being indie sucks. I only do it because I have no choice. I'm lying. I do it because it's fun. But if you needed to do this for a job, it's a bad idea. I did audition for VShojo, but maybe I was too charming. I was too amazing. That's why they turned me down. Well, I could proudly say I never considered VShojo. Honestly, if Rocky were to join VShojo, I would tune in every fucking day. Because I'd like to see him just crassly insult everybody. It'd be like watching like wrestling. Child and spice, before you say that to me, I will let you know I'm whiter than white. Honey, it's okay. Don't worry, I have enough melanin for everyone. Let me stop, oh my god. Sounding like a broken down car. We're both too amazing, they were intimidated by us. Exactly, I was too tall. I'm whiter than milk, oh boy. I also did an audition for VShojo, so unfortunately I wasn't a popular girl. I'm the whitest thing in existence, oh boy. Like, oops. There we go. Which and again, like, for people who wanted to join VShojo before they figured out that they were actively on fire, there's nothing wrong with that, honestly. And anyone who's like, you know, being indie is better don't tell people that. If they say I wanted to join a company, do not tell them being indie is better. Do not do that. Do not do that. I feel more restriction if I was like, okay, that's the thing though. Not that white. I would feel more restricted if I was in a corp. Being indie means I get to do more stuff. That's the problem though. That's the trade-off. Yes, you get to do whatever you want as an indie, but you know the drawback is? You have to depend on yourself a lot. A lot of people are like, well, you could just hire a manager. Managers are expensive. Artists are expensive. Like, hell, I am lucky I can draw. This model right here, this one right here, even though this one is crap, this would have cost me so much money. So much money. I would have been expensive. Even at this level. And I'm not even top rigging level, okay? This is the budget version of what I normally do. This would have been expensive. The fact that, and the thing is, the only reason that I kind of get to do as much as I do is because I can draw. Not everybody who's an indie can draw. So they are literally held up by things that they can't control. If you can't draw, if you can't edit, if you cannot, you know, if you cannot draw, if you cannot edit, and you do not have money, being an indie is way harder. And people need to acknowledge that, you know? I'm so white, I can camouflage in a blizzard. Oh, geez. Hey, it's me, creatively big girl with a crotch. But what I like, all I mean to say is, I don't like giving people this weird false impression that just because they're indie, things are gonna be easy when they're not. Because then that leads to frustration when they're like, why is it so hard for me? Like, I have ultimate freedom, but you have ultimate freedom, but that doesn't mean you get ultimate notice. You know? That doesn't mean you're gonna be able to just have collabs with whoever you want, you know? Like, you have to kind of pay attention to things like that. If you say the wrong thing at the wrong time, there's not going to be anyone there to help you through it. You might have friends, but what if you don't? What if you don't have any VTuber friends? What if you cannot afford a manager? You got to kind of pay attention to these things, you know? For now. Like, the fact that many of my friends have me as their manager, I don't get paid, by the way. I'm just giving advice. Like, Brooke. That they can't afford a real manager, so they ask me for advice instead. Because I'm marginally bigger than they are. And again, that's not a bad thing. That's not a bad thing. However, keep that stuff in mind, you know? I guess I'm a bit different. I'm not like the other girls. Let me stop. I feel like I enjoy the work process of doing things on my own, working to grow myself to give me so much more satisfaction if I do it solo than the company / manager doing for me. Like, and that's fine. There's actually nothing wrong with that at all. Corporate people have less options, more opportunities. Indies have more options, but less opportunities, and no external support. This is true. The best advice somebody gave me is never take your side piece to a Coldplay concert. Oh no. Oh, you think you could do the Southern accent? Looks like I got competition. Oh no. Wait. Don't forget to flip the canvas. Anyhow. And again, if you want to do everything yourself, that's fine. That's perfectly fine. Not everybody can. Like, for example, with me, I have a full-time job that has very annoying hours. Like, I have to go to sleep, or at least try to go to sleep, by like 9 p.m. Like, no later than 10 p.m. So many people just want to hang out at 10 p.m. I have to get up at 4 a.m. in the morning. Like, I literally work the entire day. Like, the reason that I have the streaming schedule of Wednesday and Friday is because I can't do streams back to back because I will be emotionally exhausted, and these are the 2 days I am the least drained. You know, there are people like me who try to do more, there are people like me who work 2 jobs and they try to stream every day. They don't have the time to do literally anything else because streaming is how they get noticed. I tell people all the time, I got lucky, you know, like I got lucky that I just got spotted by like the right people at the right time, and that's kind of it. You know? Here we go. Also, thank you very much for the hydrate. Also, by the way, I would like to show you art of my persona without the shirt to ask if he's a twink or not, but the only art of my persona is with no shirt. Please do not send me NSFW, I swear to God. Nothing against it, but please don't, because I have had so much bad. Like, is there any way you could just crop it or something? Just crop it from like the navel up, please. And you could just send me that. Like, oh, like I'm not saying this is what you were trying to do, but there are so many people who just use this as an excuse to flash me, and I can't. I'm so tired. I'm old. You see, I work in a 24/7 company as a team lead with an irregular schedule, and I have shifts that have to wake up at 4 a.m. and only get out of work at 7 a.m. Oh god. Oh, I gotta stretch. Okay. Old. Content creation is very much a game of luck. It is. And then I decide, you know what? I need to be productive in my limited free time. Like, and that's honestly kind of like why I want people to be a little bit more realistic when it comes to like giving people advice. Not to be pessimistic either. I don't think people should not try, but I'm not going to tell them that, you know, that difficulty won't be there. You know, I literally got a burst of following because I photoshopped Joe Cat that one time. That's it. But most of my efforts that are done by me, I don't get no traction. I'm not saying that to be bitter about it, but that's just the nature of the game sometimes. Because when it comes to a lot of things, I'm also hilariously lukewarm, you know? I almost never say anything controversial because I just do not feel like people coming for my ass, you know? Being like, Sammy, I can't believe you said that. And I'm like, okay, what? I said it. What am I gonna do? Delete it? No. You know? Like, I'm so sketching this. Like, if you do want to be a big VTuber, cool, you know, keep striving, you know, I believe in you, you know, but it is hard. It's very hard. It's very difficult. Every single time I hear someone's motivation contain and I want my favorite streamer I want to be able to hang out with my favorite streamer. Like, I do that, like, that one face from that one guy in the office where he's like, ugh, like that. Excuse me, goodness. Oh, I gotta save. Thank you. What's traction? I only get recognized when I get bullied by girls. This is very true. I really need to get better at motivating myself into making more shorts because I really have a bad time trying to get myself started unless it is for editing a meme for someone else. I get that. Like, honestly, I got a stream deck, which if you are streaming, the stream deck is one of the few things where I'm like, if you could get that thing, you can even get the basic bitch one, like the super basic bitch one that only has like 8 squares on it. That thing will make your life so much easier. Like, whenever I do something that I think might be an interesting short or anything, I have a clip button. And I basically, like, there's a reason my channel has so many random clips is because I keep pressing the clip button. That thing makes it so much easier, so I don't have to like sift through things, you know? So I don't have to sift through hours of me talking about complete nonsense for me to find that one time I made myself laugh. There we go. I also employ a guy in the Philippines. Because I don't like editing at all. I literally outsource that to somebody. Because I'm like, man, I am not doing that. Like, I am not. Okay. because it is just so much. There we go. But yeah, like, it's, you know, but again, if you like the idea of like a corporation, that doesn't make you stupid. The only thing you should actually actively work on is not being taken advantage of, because most of the time, a lot of these corporations get to this point because they know people don't know any better. You know? You're like a female version of me. I see. Okay. Like, the fact is, like, you know, like, contracts are intimidating, and a lot of times like, well, I don't want to seem ungrateful, I don't want to seem like a troublemaker, you know. However, getting out, like, reading the learning how to read the contract, a lot of people, if you don't know, like, look up like lawyers in your area and basically see, well, what do they charge to just look at contracts, not to hire them full-time, but just like, do you do a service for reading contracts? Can you translate this for me? Like, these are things people don't think about whenever they think about companies, but these are things you should think about. If half these people literally looked at what the contract and looked what it frickin' meant, they'd have an easier time. In fact, like, a lot of them could actually literally sue because the company technically broke the contract first, you know? I actually wouldn't be surprised, I'm not saying this is what happened, but I wouldn't be surprised that the reason that everyone is able to just leave a shoujo so easily is because technically the company broke its contract first by basically keeping their wages, which is a crime. Like, like, a lot of people don't understand, because a lot of people are kind of used to VTuber like drama basically being like, they said something mean or they did something controversial, and I'm like, y'all, this is actual crime. This is literally a jailable offense. This is a felony. This is not drama. This is a crime now. You know, people might go to jail over this, you know? Like, if that happens, technically that voids contracts. I'm pretty sure that's literally what might be happening. Because otherwise, usually when you void a contract, there are penalties for it. But if the company also voids their part of the contract, that makes us, you're just kind of free to go. And I'm getting the feeling that might literally be what happened here. Of course, this is speculation. I could be wrong, you know? But I wager that's probably why everyone's able to just walk away, like, all at once. Because normally you'd have to, like, you know, keep a part of it, like, actually, like, keep a part of it out or something. And every shoujo might try to defend themselves, saying that their former talents were only independent contractors. This is true, they could. If they have a good lawyer, they will. But they probably can't afford a good lawyer if they're this bankrupt. They probably are going to get some shitty lawyer from online. They're going to get that one what's it like, they're gonna hire Legal Mindset. They're gonna get that bitch. If any of y'all are like, but Subby, no, he is creepy and weird and I hate him. Not just because he does that weird thing some guys do, they try to fetishize Asian women. It is so creepy. I hate it. Like, ugh, he's so gross. But anyway. Let's see. True, the lawyer they gave to the towns was even licensed. Exactly. If they don't give the towns a good lawyer, I don't think they're gonna get a good lawyer themselves. They're literally gonna just get some guy who's just like, they're like, ah, yes, hello, Legal Mindset. We are now being represented by this fucker. And I'm like, oh god. Like, at least get legal or something. Oh, well, you can tell I spend way too much time on some of this nonsense. Let's see. Okay. But no, like, it's like that. But like, seriously, if you are interested in Zavituban, literally just look into stuff like this, you know? If you're not sure, ask questions. I'm pretty sure there's even some lawyer VTubers around. I wouldn't trust them worth a damn, but you know, it's worth a look, I guess. You know? Let me just do this here. You know, or you could just research yourself, though. Most kids nowadays just look at Chat GPT or whatever. And I'm like, god damn it. Like, Chat GPT, can you explain financial embezzlement? I'm like, kids, no, stop. God dang it. There we go. And then right here. There. And then right there. And right here. Oops. There we go. I have to deal with some of this. I would honestly say that VShojo is the nepo baby of VTuber couples. They only got success by hiring popular VTubers and getting tons of bonds and loans when they started. This is very true. Like, from what I can tell, they had a big old growth spurt, because the other thing people don't realize is that one of the reasons that both Niji Sanji and Hololive can do so much, despite them not really getting that much in revenue, is because they are publicly traded companies. So they have stockholders and people who are willing to invest in the company and give them cash that way. And that's also why they were able to get bigger, more official sponsors. That's the other reason they are able to do that. Like, people hate them some Niji Sanji, but they also need to understand that Niji Sanji and Hololive are a lot more business minded, and so that's why they're able to weather their controversies so well. Let me see here, because they got controversies. Let me see here, right here, and right here. Okay, like they have so many controversies. But that's why they were able to survive this. But like, you know, VShojo couldn't even handle theirs. Technically, like, if they handled things a bit better, they might have been able to bounce back. But their own, from my hypothesis anyway, but their own hiring practices is what screwed them over, because they apparently had some new talents just kind of waiting in the wings. The fact that they never released them means that now that all of their old talents are gone, they don't have anybody else to kind of help cushion them. And I also feel like Nova is also not going to stick around. So this is literally the equivalent of what a strike actually does. For anybody who's curious, whenever a work strike happens, this is how one looks like successfully. This is what a successful strike looks like. No one's going to call it a strike, because the strike assumes you're going to come back. But this is why a strike would work if everybody actually left. It forces the company into a situation where, for example, if everyone in VShojo actually made demands, they'd actually more than likely get them done, because they all left at the same time. They're not doing a strike. They're just going to leave the company for dead, as they should. But honestly, I kind of wish people would also show this is kind of what strikes are supposed to do. But that's not the point, because this is not a strike. This is a mass quitting. Not the same thing. Here we go. Yes. Actually, I'm doing like that. Cough. Anyway. Like that. There we go. I got to go. I know the chat won't miss me, and I miss them too. Bye, Coco Caster. All right, have fun with whatever you're doing. Ooh, this looks good. Look at our favorite post-it note being a normal boy. He's like, he's such a normal boy. Go. Yeah, have fun with the same old, same old. Yes, yes, yes. Poke you later. There we go. Oh my god, Mr. Gummy. Hi, Gummy. Hello, hello. Welcome in, welcome in. And thank you very much for the resubscribe. Like, really appreciate it. I was telling everybody how to be better evil overlords. How are you? P.S. No poking me, but I wanna poke you. I was telling everybody like why the VShojo thing was not surprising, and also how to avoid the nonsense in the future. No one will listen to me, but that's okay. I will rant regardless. As an old corporate wage slave, I can teach you the way to survive. Oh my god, is that Gumshoe from Ace Attorney? Good. Just busy today. I get it. You could totally put Gummy in one of those like visual novels. You totally could. Just give him like, he just needs like 3 sprites. Give Gummy like 3 sprites. You can stick him anywhere. Note to self: make 3 random sprites of Gummy. I have to make sprites of me. Make sprites of everybody. Just put us in a terrible dating sim. It'll be funny as crap. Tayo in there, like, can you win? Can you successfully can Gummy, the main character, successfully woo his girlfriend? And I'll just be like make it hilarious. I want one of the options to always be it's like there'll be like 2 options, but there's always a 3rd option that says shout Sonic fact. So great. It's like, and sometimes it actually works. It's like, say random Sonic fact. Gummy would actually know. And then like, and sometimes it'll actually just work. You're like, what the damn? How did you know? But it would be true, and it would be funny. Like, like, chat, you guys do not understand the sheer amount of chicanery I would get up to if I had more time and energy. I know how to make these things, and I would make these things. Like, if you say Sonic fact with Riz, exactly. Like, people were saying that they wanted me to be, for me to make a dating sim with me in it, and I'm like, I could do that, but it would take so much time. I could make a super short one, like a little itty-bitty one. There we go. Like, I could make like just a nice little short one, you know. Ugh, it's just the time. But you know what? I need to stop complaining about the whole time thing and just do it. You know, I gotta channel my inner what's his name? Shiloh the Beef. Yeah, I have to like channel my inner Shiloh the Beef and just do it. Or just my inner Nike and just do it. Dating sim, but with your OCs. Exactly. I can put my OCs in there, but I'm a secret character. You have to do all this BS to get, you know. I recall there's a visual novel engine on Twitch.io. Yeah, there is. Yeah, Shia LaBeouf. That's the one. I'm like, Shiloh the Beef. Like, that's obviously what his name is. Damn it. Wait. But like, I could totally do it with like have my characters, but like you have to do like some annoying BS if you want to actually like unlock me, because I'm like, you know a lot of like visual novels will have like the one like super hard to get character that you don't even know is in the story. Like, that's what I want to be. I want to be the super hard to get character, you know, that you have to like defeat the game at least twice in order to even see me. like be a dick about it. And I'm not even worth it because I'll just rub butter on you. It'll be funny. Let's see. Also, hey there, how do you pronounce this? Herzl Games? Herzl Games? Hello there, Herzl Games. Welcome in. And goodbye. I didn't get to do my spiel. Well, anyway, I'm still gonna do it anyway. But anyway, I'm in Semi Enigma. I'm an Elder Dragon Mom Boss. Thank you so much for joining the organization. You can pick up your badge at the front desk. Bye, I guess. Okay, got alert. Finishing up cleaning. I had to order some new monitors for my second one. Ooh. And it doesn't work sometimes. Damn, it's a big upgrade. Ooh, nice. All right, thank you very much for popping by. Let me do my stretch. I don't know, my spine went. No fingers work. Okay. Let's see here. Thank you for the look. I greatly appreciate it. Let's see. Nah. Here we go. Oh, look at my sassy boy. He's so sassy. Just such a sassy boy. Let's see here. You can tell I know exactly what perspective is. Shut up. Anyway. All right. We're doing good. Okay, so now I just gotta ink this right quick and then we should be good. go. Okay, cool. Yes. Okay, so I just got to... That was this. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and ink this right quick, and it shouldn't take me that long. Hopefully. as I hope against everything that I don't take 20 hours to do this. Ta-da-da. Ta-da. Ta-da. I think the only thing I can actually do going forward is try my best to be a positive influence on the little baby VTubers that are gonna be squeaking around, you know? As if I'm a... act like I'm an old VTuber. I'm like, ah, yeah, don't worry, kids. Yeah. You could be like me. Oh, Lord, squeaking around. Okay. The best advice Sammy ever gives me is always plant the evidence on your coworker that you don't like. This is true. Always be waiting and willing to throw your coworker under the bus. Remember, the faster you do it, the less likely they are to investigate. Let me stop saying that. Even though it's actually true. Like, legitly, the faster you do this sort of thing, the less likely they are. Because a lot of times, like, places like HR and stuff don't really care about what's happening. They just want it resolved, and even if it means getting rid of the wrong person, they will not care as long as whoever remains is gonna be the person who's less likely not to do anything. Oh God! Hi Dragonfly VA, hello. You have missed my lecture on how to be a evil corporate underling. How are you? It's like next time, join my course on how to be an evil corporate VTuber. It's like, how to survive the hatchet. Let me stop. I'm actually really glad that like bigger VTubers don't even look at me because I'm gonna get canceled, I swear to God. Like one of these days, I'm just like, oh shit. Ooh, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. There you go. But also thank you very much for the biddies. I greatly appreciate it. Go. Anyway. Here we go. Much better. That's what I'm looking for. Let's see. There we go. Pretty. Anyway. Let's see. I'm just going to wake up with 3 Google Docs on you properly. I'm waiting with bated breath for the day that one of those cowards will actually do a Google Doc on me. It's gonna be very funny. Because I'm actually very curious as to what they will say. Because I'm like, I know all the stupid bullshit I've done. How are they gonna frame it where it's gonna actually get me canceled though? Because I already say I'm evil on a regular basis. Because I don't even do any of the actual shit, you know? I already told you guys I'm manipulative as hell, so I mean, what are they gonna do? Be like, Semi is a bad person. She says shit around behind people's back, and I'm like, this is true? And she, I don't know. I'm actually trying to think of bullshit I've done. And she like, I mean, I don't know. I do my taxes. Because even I don't mess with the IRS. So, like, I'm actually not sure. I'm actually like, when I inevitably get the cancellation, I'm not sure what they're gonna use against me. Like, someone tried once. It didn't get them very far because they relied on something I said when I was half asleep. And even then, it sounds more like they were taking advantage of me than the other way around. So, yeah. I'm sitting here being like, really? This is what you're gonna... Okay. I mean, going ahead, I guess. Like, what am I gonna do? You know? I don't know. If you're gonna try and cancel people, at least get the good material, I guess. I don't know. There we go. Yes. That looks so much better. Yeah. Look at my boy. He's just so like, he's just so sassy. And oh, that's gonna annoy me. There we go. Yes. Okay. But anyway, me being evil aside. There we go. Get a little bit better. There we go. I don't know. People are weird. But whatever happens, happens. You know? You know? Like, I don't know. Maybe they'll figure it out. Like I said, if they, if everything turns out okay, lovely. But if not, then, well, I'll do what I always do and collect the Google Docs like some type of crazy mole person. Like, I have so many docs, you guys. Like, whenever they release a doc, I always make a copy of it because I am a weirdo. So even if they edited it later, I'll have like the original and be like, aha. But they didn't say that before. Like, because I made a copy of the original one. Like, yes, people like me exist. We're the reason that drama channels exist. I'm so sorry. But I'm also not really sorry at all. It's like, I'm the reason that the VTuber community is terrible, chat. It's all me. It's all my fault. I did it. There we go. That. I might get a pizza later. That sounds really good, actually. Like, I'm craving something with marinara in it. You know? Something with some marinara in there. Speaking of cravings, did you hear that, like, Nimi's getting married? She's getting the marriage chat. Which is good for her, honestly. Tomorrow, Shoujo will announce a new CEO. Man, if I was their new CEO, I would be great. I would be the best Shoujo CEO ever. I heard that, yeah, Nimi is getting married, which means she has been dating this entire time. Which honestly, good for her, you know, good for her. I do hope, like, it looks like a lot of her, either, I think she's basically doing an audience swap, in my opinion. Which basically, in my, I don't know what the official term is, but basically she's she's kind of turning in her her original audience for a different one, which is very supportive of this, because being who she used to be, I cannot imagine that group being supportive of this. But it looks like she's probably going to have them replaced with a much more supportive audience, which honestly good for her, because if this is the direction that she's going in with, you know, being a married VTuber, no, her partner, husband, wife, I don't know, is not going to be a VTuber from what I can understand. But if that's the direction she's going to go in, she's definitely going to need an audience that's less clingy. Because otherwise, ooh, buddy, it'd be bad. But I think she'll be okay. I hope she's okay. Gooner friendly. Oh god. Because, oh boy. Like, honestly, I wouldn't have made such an announcement, but you know what? She is a brave tapier. Look at her go. You know? Like I said, as long as her, as long as the weirder parts of her audience don't get weirder, she should be fine. There we go. I do like that generally VTuber fans are so chill when they learn that VTuber has a romantic partner. Like, I admit, I personally, whenever I hear like that they have a partner, it does make me feel very odd depending on what their content is. Like, you say I never understood the whole parasocial relationship with a VTuber. I actually do understand it very well, and I just like with a lot of things, I do feel like it's very unfair to shame people for having parasocial feelings towards a streamer, because the parasocial feeling is why they watch the streamer in the first place. Parasocial feelings are not just the I want the streamer to date me. The parasocial feeling is the thing that makes you want to watch them in the first place. You can feel parasocial towards people. You can actually feel like people feel parasocial towards all sorts of things. But streamers is like the number one thing because people like to point to the toxic people. But like the parasocial thing is literally what gets you to give them money. Because you want to support them, you want to see them happy. That's parasocial. The definition is not unhealthy obsession. You know? Like that's not what that means. You know? It just says one-sided, but it doesn't mean unhealthy. Because we have a word for that. Anyway. But it's not, in my opinion, it's not bad to have parasocial feelings, you know, for a streamer. Like, it's not, you know? Because people kind of need to understand, basically, not everybody sees the VTubers and streamers the same way. You know, so basically walking a thin line between obsession and the casual, exactly, you know? Because, for example, like, you know what comfort characters are, right? If you know what a comfort character is, VTubers sometimes will actually inhabit the same space as a comfort character, because there are some people who have the inability to imagine things. So some people actually do not have the ability to just imagine. It's like an actual condition, you know? Let's see here. And stuff like that. Like, there's more to it than just, you know, I want streamer to date me. Sometimes it's, ooh, I like looking at this person, or ooh, this person is doing something that I wish I could do but can't. Like, as someone who cannot play video games, I love to watch other people play video games because I can't play it myself. It's like watching it with a friend, you know? Especially if they're just going through it and they haven't done it before. Because I can't play video games, you know? That's one reason I actually started watching a lot of streamers in the first place. You know, it wasn't always just this person's pretending to be my boyfriend, you know? And like, because otherwise every streamer would be an ASMR boyfriend, girlfriend, NB experience VTuber, but you notice not everybody is, you know? The only time I actually feel weird about this sort of thing, whenever a VTuber basically comes out with a partner, is when their main, like, freaking content is being lewd. If their main content is being lewd and boyfriend girlfriend experience, them coming out with a partner literally creeps me out. It weirds me out completely. In fact, there's actually some people I can't watch at all because I found out they were in a relationship, but they also do weird thirsty content and it felt gross. Like, it felt gross. It felt gross. I hate it. I cannot stand it. It creeps me out. You know? It creeps me out. Maybe some people are into it. I don't care. I don't like it. You know? But, like, you guys have seen me. Like, if, like Gummy and, like, Tayo are adorable, I must support them. Because they're cute. And they're great. They're not creepy. You know? Like, dang it. But some, like, VTubers are like, you know, just so you know, I have a partner. Also, buy my weird breathing thirsty ASMR where I sound weird. And I'm like, oh, god dang it. You know? Like, why? I'm not gonna support that. That is against my particular moral code. That feels weird to me. I don't like it. You know, of course, you can do whatever you want. You know? If you yourself do not care, more power to you. Good for you. You know. Let's see. That. Okay, I gotta move you over a little bit. Just a bit. There we go. Not a fan of that either, especially since I deal with divorced parents when I was young. Yeah, and like for me, I was what am I looking for? For me, I've actually been unwillingly involved in a crumbling household where someone literally implicated me in them cheating on their partner. That triggers the hell out of me. I hate the idea of being a third wheel, because I've seen someone's life. Literally, a guy left his wife and kids for another woman he was cheating on, and the only reason his wife allowed is because she thought I was there. And I didn't know either. I hated that. I hated that I was instrumental in this divorce. Like, they had kids, man, little kids. They were like, you know, it was like a little baby and like a 10-year-old. That's horrible. Like, so I myself do not like when people basically bring up that they're in a committed relationship, but they still also want to do weird lewd content. I can't do it. Where is it? Where am I before? Oh, I'm trying to find the line tool. There. Okay, I'm like, where the fuck is this thing? There we go. Yeah, like, so if other people are fine with it, that's great, but I tell people all the time, please do not. You know, I'm perfectly fine with like supporting people's relationships, but if they're gonna be a freaking, like, you know, dating experience VTuber or LewdTuber, no, that is weird and I don't like it. I don't like it at all. It doesn't matter if you, like, you know, occasionally, you know, do regular VTuber content like games or whatever. No, I can't. That is my personal limit, boundary, I don't know. Like, that's my personal thing. If you're going to do content that is sexual in nature, but you are also in a committed relationship, I personally feel that's weird. You know? Because it's like, you know, you know, let me stop. Like, it just bothers me so much, you know? But if you have a pair of VTubers that they're, I don't know, playing Minecraft or some shit, I don't care if they have a partner, who cares? Like, they play Minecraft, what are they gonna do? Come on, you know? But like, it's so uncomfortable for me whenever I see people be like, buy my Dakimakura where I'm naked on the back, but also I have a wife, you know, and kids, you know, but they're like, and I'm not talking about, like, you know, Sayu and his wife, okay? They're fine, you know? They're cute. But oh God, I cannot stand it. What a weird statement to walk in on. Oh. Hey, hon, how you doing? But like, oh, I cannot stand that. Like, and I also personally don't really, I also can't take a lot of, like, heavily, like boyfriend girlfriend experience streamers if that's like their main thing. I personally can't really take that either, because it gets very creepy for me. I know you described me as the sweet but dangerous when angered type, and I definitely got that from my mom, especially during the divorce. Yeah. You see, ooh, where are we pinning the dribble today? Where's it going? Yeah, draw some. But yes, where's the dribble going? Top. Oh shit. My left or your left? Shit. Well, you're going over there, buddy. Here, I guess. I don't know. I think that's left. Anyway. But like, because for me, like, you know, and this is on top of my hilarious, like, ace-ness, you know? So I'm just like, I don't want to be here. You're right there. Okay. And I always tell people, like, you can do whatever you want, but I'm not gonna like it, you know? But if I don't like something, I'm just not gonna deal with it, you know? Like, because it just feels so weird to me. I also personally don't like when, and this is, again, my personal opinion, but I'm also not really a fan of VTubers who, basically they have a really cool character, and then they come out that they're in a committed relationship, and then everything just kind of becomes about their spouse. Like, it feels really awkward, especially if their spouse isn't like a part of the situation. Like they're not in the lore or anything. They're just kind of there, you know. I don't like that either, because I'm like, I didn't pay for this, you know. My mom is a really nice person who loves to sing at the church, but let's just say that dad got really hurt after he cheated on her. Ooh, damn. Understandable. Oh man. Like, and stuff like that bothers me, because one thing about me is I do see a lot of VTubing as performance based. So people who, and this is again my personal pet peeve, okay, I'm not saying that everyone should change, but this is something that will turn me away from watching someone, is, you know, I love seeing everybody's models. I love seeing, I'm not saying you have to be 100% in a character. I'm not 100% in character, but like, you don't see me like face camming and shit. Like, that's not what you're here for. I don't want to do it, you know. But it always bothers me whenever like everything just becomes about their partner or their kids or whatever. And I'm like, but they're also like, you know, a sexy leopard man, you know? It's weird. And they're like, yeah, I know I started this by, you know, talking about fun facts about paper manufacturing, but now I'm just gonna talk about my wife. And I'm like, okay, like shrimps about wife VTuber, Jesus. You know, I'm not gonna tune into some person talking about their spouse constantly. I didn't sign up for a family vlog, you know? Like, I didn't sign up for this. It might sound like, you know, mean, but that's how I feel about it, because I'm like, can you imagine if you like, you know, bought tickets to a movie, but instead of getting the movie you paid for, you literally just got some rando talking about their spouse for 2 hours? Like, I came here to watch car fights. What is this? You know? Like that's what it feels like sometimes on the bait and switch, because it's not like they're like this from day one, you know? And then some people are like, well, now they're more authentic to themselves. I'm like, well, shit, if they were like this in the first place, I wouldn't have subscribed at all. You know? We wasted each other's time. At least that's how I see it. Some people will disagree, and you are free to do so, but no matter what happens, I am fundamentally correct. Anyway. Like... But that's how I've always felt about stuff like that. It feels disrespectful to those who, you know, actually like the more fanciful side of VTubing, you know? I don't feel like being a weird third wheel, you know? I came to see woman. I came to see woman. like, I don't know. It frustrates me because I paid for one thing and I got something I didn't want. I'll say there. Hello there, Chocopalo. Welcome in. Hello there, Raiders. My name is Semi Enigma. I am an Eldritch Dragon Mom Boss. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm complaining about VTuber nonsense. How are you? What were you up to, Choco? Let me get you a shout out. Come here. Give me. Indeed, welcome, Raiders. Oops. Let me get your name. Get your name, something. Oh, Lord. Shout out. There you go. Anyway. I highly disagree. Let that man love his wife. Nah, I kid. I actually agree it's fine to have a nice small moments, but don't let it be your whole topic every stream. Exactly, like, that's what bothers me, is because basically the spouse is almost never actually supposed to be a part of the performance, and yet they're basically just kind of using their spouse to flex on their chat, and it feels disgusting. I'm not even gonna mince my words about it. It's very disgusting to me when people do that, you know? I did some Slime Rancher and had to stop due to motion sickness. Oh, that is so felt. So I finished Peak single player. Nice. Say, oh my god, you did not just put the entire song in. God damn it, Phantom. I love you. Oh. But like that's kind of my issue with it, is literally just the fact that like so much of it is just people just kind of weirdly flexing, and I have never been a fan of that. I have never ever liked when someone did that, you know? Like, don't ever flex on your chat, please. It's very rude. So what's the topic? First I was talking about the shoujo situation. Now I'm talking about things that get on my nerves in VTubing. You grew up in the 90s? Ah. VTube is in the romantic partners, exactly. I personally feel like, oh yeah, V-shoujo is crazy. Like, if I had the time, money, and resources, I would totally start a company and be corrupt as hell. I would actually put it in the contract that my VTuber talents are not allowed to praise the company. They're only allowed to complain about how horrible it is, even though they're going to be paid extra well. I'm going to bribe them with money, but they can't praise the company. They have to be like, man, it's shitty here. Please don't audition. She keeps us locked in the basement. Someone send help. I would totally do that shit. This is why I'm not allowed to have money. I would literally make it that like, if you say something positive about this company, you get like, for like 1 week, you get like your wages docked by like 2%. But for some reason, they always renew the contract. Like, I would just be psychological torture for my talents. I'd literally have like 5, because you can make it with 5. I'd have 5 talents, be like, you could do whatever you want, but you can't praise the company. You can't. You're not allowed. You're not allowed to say anything good about me or the company, but you can praise your manager and you can do little cries for help, but you are not allowed to praise this company. I would do that. It would be so great. Because then people will be like, is this actually a bad company? Is she actually evil? I'm confused. Oh man. That would be so great. Oh, that'd be so funny. Oh man. This is why I can't have money, chat. I cannot have money specifically for this reason. Oh god. Thing is, I get why many small corporations fail, but if you're that size, you do not have to embezzle charity funds and paychecks. They had enough success to stay afloat. Maybe cut down on some projects, but do not lie to your audience and talents like that. Fun fact though, they did not have enough money to stay afloat. That's why this happened. The thing is, the problem with VShojo is they could not afford what they had. They could not afford it. They do not take enough money from the talents to keep their company afloat for what they do. That's how they got here. VShojo was not making money. The talents were making money. There's a difference. The fact that they do not take the revenue for streaming is one of the biggest reasons why this happened. Now, I'm not saying that, also, I mean, Hololive went public, literally a non-issue, because Hololive doesn't have to really depend on the talents for their revenue. So they have a much easier time. Same thing with Niji Sanji. I always bring up Niji Sanji because people need to stop being afraid of saying that, you know? Like, but VShojo doesn't have that. They barely even have investors, you know? They don't have the funds to do half the shit they were doing. If you listen to the talents as they were talking about their money that was taken, they kept saying, you know, I needed that money. I needed that money for that project. The reason that they had no money is because they kept doing expensive crap. And because they were mainly funded by loans and bonds, they were only very cheap during COVID. Exactly. You know, COVID was a boon for them, but also a curse. It was also a curse, you know, because during COVID, they basically were able to kind of do there was a lot of stuff that you could do during COVID that you couldn't really do anywhere else or at any other time, you know? And so and not only that, but they kind of thought that because some other companies were having a harder time, that they would be okay, you know? But they weren't. And now they will never be. And people need to kind of pay attention to stuff like that. They need to pay attention to the fact that, like, you know, they couldn't even really afford it. Like, I'm pretty sure and this is based on what happens in most businesses when this sort of thing happens, because this is actually not that unique. Usually when this tends to happen, it is a combination of a mistake and trying to cover up something, cover up a problem. What more than likely happened is the account that was supposed to hold the money for the charity probably was negative, and so any money that went there instantly got sucked in, and they're not going to be able to get that money back out. I've seen that happen. Hell, if you've ever had that issue with you owe money in your bank account and you suddenly get someone transfers money, but you are too late to tell them not to transfer to a specific account, and that money's gone now. The same thing can happen to businesses, you know? And this is what accounting is supposed to prevent. Like, I don't even know if they have a proper accountant, to be quite honest. They probably don't. They probably have somebody's fucking cousin. Like, and I'm like, ugh. But that's why I'm like, you know, it's a lot more, like, that's why they're like, you know, we can't say anything, we can't do this, that, blah, blah. Because, like, it is more complicated than that. Like, it's probably half intentional, half unintentional, and they just were not able to fix the problem before everything went to crap. Like, because that's hilariously normal in these sort of situations. You know? It's very dumb, but very plausible. The company is still evil. Bishoujo is still bad. They are still bad. No, not saying that they are not bad. Because they are bad. However, people also need to consider that some of the issues that the towns have will follow them to the indie sphere. Some of that stuff will follow them because people don't know how stuff works. So hopefully they will learn proper project management that doesn't cost thousands of dollars up to $1 million. Hey Tyler, hello, welcome in. How are you today? I hope you're doing good. I'm doing pretty good. Let's see. Oh shit. I'm talking about how the whole thing of shoujo is stupid and people need to understand proper business. How are you? Oh lord. Like, why did Semi keep finding excuses to talk about business? Ugh. Like, why can't she be like a normal VTuber? Damn. I'm like, chat, do your taxes. Like, do your taxes, chat. Like, this is the real reason nobody likes me. Alright. Okay. Let's see, where the fuck is it? There it is. And there we go. Yes! Perfect. I think that's all I need. Oh, wait. Let me just merge all this down. Yes. Sad to hear about that too. It really broke my heart to hear here. I feel like it's like, if only, I really do feel like, you know, if people were just less crappy to creatives, they might have said something sooner. The fact that no one said anything because they were scared of being the person to break VShojo is sad to me. It's very sad. A lot of them were literally like not getting paid for months, and they didn't say anything. They didn't tell each other. Yeah, I didn't get paid for like, I haven't been paid since this time. Is everything okay with you? Something as simple as that would have probably stopped this, or at least brought it to light months or even years earlier. Like, there is a reason that your employers tell you not to discuss your pay with your coworkers. It's not illegal, by the way. They make it it sound like it is, but it's not. The reason that they do that is to keep people from exposing that there is a pay imbalance, you know? The thing is, I don't get why they didn't speak about their money issue. Bishojo was very well-liked company, especially due to adopting talents from other corpos. I mean, look at the impact Mousy alone had raising more money than the missing money amount. Again, and I think many people would have supported the company due to that being a safe and long corpo, especially after NG. Actually, no, you're wrong. You're actually wrong about that. Like, no offense, Choco. I love you. I understand where you're coming from, but that is actually completely wrong. The reason that Mousy was able to do all this, the reason that she was able to raise this much money is because people want to hurt somebody. They want to hurt somebody, and there's no one to hurt. So the closest thing they can do is donate money to this charity. That is why it made so much money. Not because people are doing this out of the good of their hearts. It's because they're angry and there's nowhere for it to go. You know? There's nothing wrong with wanting to believe in good, but also fully understand why this happened. Because if you believe that this happened solely because people wanted to be good, you will be brokenhearted when you see what people actually do when things are normal. You know? Believing that people are donating because they want to do good means it's like, why did this... If you believe that they're suddenly doing good now, why only now? You know, for why they didn't talk about their money issue. There's two big words: non-disclosure agreement. That's the thing, though. A lot of times the non-disclosure agreement does not actually apply to wages. It doesn't actually apply to that, especially if there is something that might be wrong. It doesn't apply to that, especially between coworkers. Outside of the company, absolutely. But if they are in the same place, the non-disclosure agreement does not apply about when it comes to talking to your coworkers about money. Hello, my dear. So what's up? Hey there, Magical Hollywood. Oh, welcome in, welcome in. But that's the thing. There's nothing wrong with believing in good, but you have to believe it like good in its proper place. That's why I say corporations are evil, but they can do good. The problem is that people tend to weaponize them badly. People tend to weaponize corporations in a very bad way, and it causes a lot of issues. But you can do a lot of good with corporations, but they're still gonna be evil though. You know? Like, because think of it this way. Why didn't Mouse already make almost $1 million when she was doing her subathon? Because no one really cared that much. Like, people cared enough to do like the $500,000. Yeah, of course, you know? But like, they're doing this out of spite, which again is great for the charity. You could do evil for good. However, right now, there's no one people can go to hurt. You can't access the staff. No one is siding with the Bishojo because they're not dumb. So that anger that normally precedes this sort of thing has to go somewhere, so people are spitefully donating to Mouse. In fact, the fact is, because she is putting it in the charity instead of herself, makes it even more so why people are doing this. They're literally like, you know, this gives them the moral high ground later. Because then people can brag being like, you know, when everything went down at Bishojo, I donated this much money. You notice some of the big VTubers are donating thousands of dollars, right? Thousands of dollars. Some of them, I will not mention who, are saving for a goddamn house, and she is donating over 10,000 fucking dollars. Hello from Russia. Hello, Russia. F Shoujo, take a cherry. And again, I'm not faulting people for donating. This is great. However, this momentum is not going to last. I've been talking about it earlier, but when things hit the fan later, it's not going to be pretty. Yeah, even the Flesh Tubers doing it. Everyone's doing it for clout, which is not bad. It's okay to donate for clout. However, a lot of people are donating because they don't want to be known as the person who didn't. Because if you don't donate to charity now, that means you're siding with Bishojo. That means you support embezzlement. That's not true, but people will construe it that way because people are stupid. Like, I will still, and I understand a lot of y'all hate Niji Sanji, but I will drop kick you if you say people staying with Niji Sanji support suicide, okay? They do not do that. I will drop kick people. If your coworker does vandalism, that doesn't mean that you are bad. Like, god damn it. That note, Mouse is reaching out to love to artists who aren't paid. Yeah, because she's the only one who can afford to do it. And again, I'm not saying this because I don't want anyone to think that, like, Iron Mouse is nefarious or manipulative. But she's also smart. That's why when everything settles down, she's gonna come out on top, and everyone else may possibly fall to the wayside unless they cling to her. Unless they cling to Iron Mouse, they might not make it. Because she's like the one who's gonna basically benefit from all of this. You know? It's gonna be interesting to see who's gonna be able to withstand that later. You know? Like, who from VShojo is gonna still maintain a good relationship that doesn't solely depend on them, like, you know, sucking up to Iron Mouse, you know? Because that's gonna be the only way people even pay attention to them anymore. Because they don't have a company or unless they do a unified brand. If they do like a unified brand, oh, absolutely, but they might not. I agree that this was an incentive to donate, but I do feel like people are also donating to just support the talents morally. I personally am not in the space to donate, and I would do it just to support, not because it would hurt for Shoujo, and you're fine. You're good. Like, I'm not saying that everyone who donates is a morally corrupt person or wants to harm somebody. However, if you look at the VTuber space, they don't rally around things that they truly believe in to do good. They want to harm first. However, they can't do that in this case. Weaponized spite is fascinating. I'll tell you there, BB426. Welcome in. My name is Semi Enigma. I am an Elder Dragon Mom Boss. Thank you so much for joining the organization. You can pick up your badge at the front desk. Welcome to the resort. Anyway, and also Choco, like, yeah, you can't afford to like donate, and that's fine. That's okay. But that's the thing, you know? Yes, I do have lots of hair. But that's not the case for everybody. And again, that is not bad, but people do need to recognize something for what it is. Because again, the reason I'm saying this is because when things die down and stuff gets ugly, you're gonna have to remember that this happened. And things will get ugly. Don't ask me how, because I don't want to break anybody's heart. It's gonna get ugly after everything settles down. In about a year or two, hopefully they'll give it a year. If it's not a year, then, well, I miscalculated, but in a year or so, things might get ugly. Ugh. Honestly, I really love your take on this, like, because at the end of the day, I don't want people to feel bad for what they want and what they believe. I don't want people to feel bad that they loved VShojo. I don't want people to, you know, feel bad for supporting the company that they thought was doing good. And I don't want people to feel bad for donating out of spite. Because they're helping save people's lives. But what I do not support is deciding that to guilt trip people and make people feel bad for what they just believed in at the time. I was either ex-baddie Nader? Welcome in. My name is Semi Enigma. I am an Elder Dragon Mom Boss. Thank you so much for joining the organization. You can pick up your badge at the front desk. Welcome to the resort. Actually, I'm gonna just do this as one color, actually. Okay. Like, because it's very easy for people to just start spouting, you know, oh, and the thing is, like, a lot of the talents from VShojo already knew what was going to go down, which is why they all quit so quickly. Most of the time it takes months, weeks to like leave a company. But the oh, hello, thank you very much for the raid. Hello, I'm not going to introduce myself again, but I am Semi. Welcome in, raiders. We are talking about the VShojo situation and how everyone needs to grow up. How are you? But like, it's and again, like, you know, I don't want people to think that corporations are bad because they have a purpose, you know? They do, And anyone who's like, you know, if you work for a corpo, you deserve war crimes, needs to calm the crap down. Just like anybody who works a normal job, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. You know, I know everyone likes to pretend that VTubing is not a job, but it is, and it's okay. It's okay that it's a job. Let me do this just so I don't have to worry about it. Background. There we go. This. Wrong one. There we go. Just so I don't have to worry about it later. Yeah. Or should I do the other one? Shit. Actually, I'm gonna do the other one. Excuse me. So that way I don't have to worry that much. Turn this off. Okay. There we go. So that way I could just use that later. Anyway. Some of the comments here, and the fun thing about the official corporate fallout, nobody needs to go after higher-ups because the feds might go after them. Here's the thing: not only is charity fraud a gigantic no-no, but since that happened over the internet, you can throw in wire fraud. Exactly. That's the thing. There is actual crime in this, which is the other reason that people probably can't be as angry as they want to be, because this is going to be hired by, like, you know, court. You know, so where is all that anger going to go? To support charity, as it should. Funneling everyone's anger towards helping charity was a smart move, and I commend her for that. But god damn. Like, I'm going to be monitoring everybody very closely after this, because I have some hypotheses, and it's going to be interesting. I hope I'm wrong. Like, I actually do hope that my assumptions are wrong. I straight up do. You know, I want to be super wrong about this. Let's see. Mouse already raised $1 million and hasn't even been in 72 hours, which is great. That's awesome. You know, like, that is actually straight up wonderful. You know, I just hope everyone else is gonna be okay. Like, that's actually the one thing I'm more worried about than anything else, is I hope that everyone else is gonna be okay when everything dies down, because they might not be. You know, Mouse will probably be even better than before after this. She's gonna be good. You know, everyone else might get a little chill happy because they're gonna have to, because they might fall off really badly after this. Okay. And then this one. Oh wait, I can still work this. Because I will put this up there later. Okay. So I need to put this somewhere. I'll figure it out. I will figure that out later. What did I do? Oh. I was already like, what am I doing? How did I get here? Who are you? Like, who are you? How did I get here? Anyway. But anyway. Hey there, everyone, and thank you very much for the lurk. But like I said, like, I'm just glad that this is doing ultimate good for people. The smaller town I am genuinely scared about. If Mouse hasn't been paid since fall of last year, and everyone has left due to the lack of payment, even Vishojo JP, according to the JP CEO, who is also leaving. Some of the smaller towns are at the highlighted risk of being homeless. That's the thing, they will be. They're screwed. They're probably not going to actually get their money, or either they're not going to get it at all, or they're not going to get it for a couple of years. and they're not going to really be able to rely on their streaming revenue if their streaming revenue currently isn't helping them. And I'm guessing it isn't, and it's going to get worse. Anyone who's not, like, you know, anyone who's not doing good right now will not do better in the future, because anybody who goes indie does do statistically worse than they did when they were with the company, for a multitude of reasons I've listed already. Like, there's a multitude of reasons I've already listed as to why this is not going to end well for some people. Let's see. I need this one. I'm going to put that right here. There we go. I need to... There we go. I just need to delete part of it. And the problem, at least in my opinion, the real issue is going to come from if they're unable to adapt to being indies, which some of them won't, because that's why they weren't indies in the first place. They might start doing some mudslinging just to get by. That's the thing I'm actually worried about, is the fact that when you're in the indie sphere, you will do some atrocious crap just to pay the bills. Hopefully they will not. It'd be better if they don't, but people get desperate when they need money. And if Shoujo decides to be extra scummy, they will declare bankruptcy so that the talents might get nothing, since they were considered independent contractors and would thus not get anything from the bankruptcy proceedings, pretty much. Like, that's why I'm like, if their streaming revenue isn't already good, they might not get better. I do have an idea of how to rectify it more swiftly. Anyone, and I mean anyone, that sub-donated to charity streams, bought merch they never got, the audience members can also sue, and that would force settlements left and right. Class action scare the shit out of the corpos. The problem with that is if the corpo does not actually have the money to do anything, they will literally just be liquidated, and what's left is left. That's how corporations literally get away with things. Because at the end of the day, if there's no money, there's no money. They will be liquidated, and you will definitely never get the amount you were promised. Like, that's how that shit sometimes works. And being that their main moneymakers are gone, they're probably not gonna be able to get that money, man. No one's gonna be able to get shit if they literally just dissolve like that, you know? Like, selling everybody's desk chairs isn't gonna get anybody anywhere. You know? Like, because even if they try to kind of go after the CEO or whatever, the one who's technically owns everything is Shoujo if they are incorporated. Now, hopefully they were dumb enough to not actually incorporate, but if they did incorporate, that means Shoujo is its own entity and can be sued, and if it does not have money, no one will get money. Also, hey there, Alex, hello, welcome in, or Axel, hey Axel, welcome in. You're working out? Cool. Let's see. I'm finally at the coloring stage, chat. We're almost escaping, you know? There we go. Let's see. Oh, I missed a spot. Where is it? Where are you? Where are you? And that's kind of the thing I'm worried about. Like, that's why a lot of them are saying that money might just be gone. You know, today is like day. Ooh, nice. Like, that's why a lot of the towns are saying, like, that money just might be gone. Because if there's nothing really left, you know, it's gonna go towards the debt first before it even gets to them. Remember, there's still debt to deal with. So, you know, here's the thing about bankruptcy. In most states, including in California, not everything can just be written off, as we see with Alex Jones. Any acts committed maliciously, claims and debts against those malicious acts, whether accidental ones, can't be written off or dismissed in most states. Also, yes, the Shoujo shit is crazy, and they stole from a charity, indeed. And I understand that, like, they can still try to get that money. I'm not saying they might. I'm saying that if they manage to get a settlement or any money, it's going to take years. even with Alex Jones, that stuff took years. Like, it took forever to get this man. They're still dealing with his stupid ass, and that's just one guy. That's just one guy. You know? This stuff takes a while, and the thing is, these are VTubers who do not have that time. They don't. They don't have like years and years of money to spend on litigation to try and get their stuff. You know? This stuff takes time and money. There's a reason that even with Alex Jones, it took like a bunch of people pooling together. Oh yeah, VShojo owns an estimated $2 million between the corporate debts and the debts they owe all their talents. Exactly. Like, when it comes to these things, that's why it's so complicated and annoying. It's not going to be the, oh, they liquidated or they can't be written off. So where are they going to get the money from? Where are they going to get it from? Yeah, people are probably going to go to jail, you know, but that's not going to give them money. Especially if like it causes a type of bankruptcy domino effect where, well, we'll get the money from the CEO, but the CEO has to do bankruptcy because he ain't got no fucking money, you know? Like, something on this scale. And this is also if the talents even press charges, man. Some of them sound they're already tired and that they don't even want to do it. If they don't push for like, you know, if they don't push for it, it's gonna be exhausting, and they're still gonna have to try and stream on top of that because they're indies now. If they don't stream, they don't eat. Like, bruh. And I'm not saying you're wrong, but I'm just saying I'm not arguing with you, like, B4, so much as I'm giving perspective to everyone else who doesn't quite understand these things. So I'm not saying you are bad. I do love your insights. I straight up do. But I'm also saying things for people who might not understand these nuances. But thank you very much for saying these things, though. They're really cool. I feel like Still Stealing Money that was established to be for charity is breaking most federal. The thing is, that is illegal. Yes. However, keep in mind, it might not have been intentional, still illegal. Even if it's not intentional, still illegal. But if that's the worst thing, it might not have been intentional, which makes it worse. I mean, in the meantime, all the memes shitting on Gun Run will make me giggle until I piss myself. Meme away. Meme away. Wait, Gun Run is an emote on Twitch? He is. Of course he is. Yep. This entire thing's a mess, y'all. There we go. Pull legs. Drink water. Drink water, my child. Let's see. Let me get my... what do I want to use? Yes. Oh boy. He's also the CEO of all VShojo, so time to have fun. Like, it will be interesting to see how things will proceed after this point, because this is very much a unknown territory, since most companies that just kind of disappear do not do this much damage. So it's going to be very interesting to see how this goes. I am really curious as to when they will release the statement and what that will be. I am literally waiting for that drop. Oh my god, I do want to see what they come up with. They should at least drop one doc, which I will be waiting for, and I will snatch that shit up like an eagle and a mouse. Oh wait, that sounds like I'm attacking Iron Mouse. Like an eagle striking a gopher. Exactly. Because for me, it's more for study purposes. I want to know how they will go, and also I want all the towns to also release Google Docs for me to keep as records, please. Thank you. A snake would be more prophetic. Like, I want to know. I want to, because again, I've seen a lot of companies destroy themselves, but seeing how VShojo did it, I want to know what their side of the story is. It will probably be a lie, but I still want to know. Because if they're smart, they will lie, but they can only lie so much before it starts getting illegal. especially since this is also a Japanese company. Even though a lot of people think Vishojo is English, it is actually, to my knowledge, originally Japanese. But their English branch, like, I want to see how the English branch will be dealt with. Like, oh, there's so much material here for me to study. I want to study all the material. Help. I think I'm gonna keep drawing and dancing and singing for now, but support from the side, like retweeting, sharing for now. But I also want to take care of myself too. You should take care of yourself. However, there is someone who decided to make a really a very distasteful AI drawing of mouse being harmed. Do not retweet that, even if you think it's helping. It is not. It is horrible. Please do not retweet that. Anyway. These past 2 years kind of showed us, yeah, the companies do not have your best interest at heart. They don't. No company ever will. That is why, say it with me, chat, that corporations are evil. Even mine. But that's why people need to learn how to protect themselves. You have to learn to protect yourself, you know? Nope, it was formed in the USA. Vishojo JP is a branch. Oh my god, the lore. This is even better. I saw that, unfortunately, absolutely not wrong. Yeah, excuse me, huh? Why Mouse is already doing so much? Because people want to be edgy little idiots. Kids these days. See, this is why, oh. What happened here? That was weird. One of the dribbles is like, this is my show now. I'm like, no, it ain't, bitch. Anyway. But basically, he is a big boy. But what I'm saying is, but the fact that it is an American like company, that makes things even more fascinating for me. You know, I really want to know how this is going to be handled. This is so interesting. Like, because again, I am a lot more interested in the business aspect of this than I am the not business part. Let's see here. That's why Mouse was able to expose them for charity fraud out of the gate, because in California, NDAs do not apply to criminal activity, of course. Which is good. I was making the joke earlier that Vishojo probably doesn't even have a good lawyer. They probably have legal mindset. So, fun! Oh, I want to study about this in law school. One word, poorly at least, with the little evidence we saw from the other company. Yeah. Like, every single time someone utters the forbidden words of, you know, like, if anybody literally talks shit about Niji Sanji after this, I'm like, look here, you little... Hololive 2. If y'all bring up the frickin' like Niji Sanji or Hololive in a negative light, I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna tap the sign. Did they dissolve though? Did they dissolve though? You know, did they, like, that'll literally be like, did they dissolve? Shut up. Because again, I do not think all corpos need to be abolished. You know, like, people give Niji Sanji shit, but no. What do you mean it got worse? What happened, my child? What happened, my child? What happened now? Because I'm not looking at Twitter right now, so what happened? Tell me the tea. Let's see here. Oh boy, oh no. I did watch Legal Mindset's video about Vishojo, and they are honestly amazing. Oh boy. The video, not Vishojo. Like, Legal Mindset creeps me out because he's very he's a little fashy sometimes, you know. He's just a wee bit, you know. Legal Mindset is a good lawyer professionally, from what I can tell from some of his cases, and he has done some serious thrashing of Vishojo. He is thrashing them up and down the block. That's good. I don't trust him all the time because he does that really weird sex terrorism thing, but you know what, you do you. Let's see here. Alrighty. There we go. Check. All right. Oops. Good. Okay. Not to say that, like, but I am not a part of the, you know, I don't trust him very much, but if he does good work, then he does good work. Cool. Let's see. Yeah, edgy humor is edgy humor. It's usually the super prim and proper people that give me red flags. For me, I don't like edgy humor because, how do I say this? As an individual of color, a lot of time edgy humor always eventually turns into hate crimes, and people do not take it seriously. Not all the time, but that's usually the first step. Because, like, I'm just like, I understand dark humor is not bad. Oh, I love dark humor. But remember, if your dark humor is blank exists and I think it shouldn't, that is not dark humor. That's you being a bigot. Anyway. Let's see. Looks good. Okay, a boy grabs the list. One of the towns is exposed as a sex pest. God damn it! One of the towns is exposed as a sex pest, harassing the other towns and their friends. The company knows of this and chose to hide it out of nepotism, and people that exposed said sex pest was herself exposed for being a mega racist and had very interesting takes on how she wanted a... Wait, are we talking about like Vishoujo, or were you talking about like Niji Sanji? Because I know, like, because it sounds like you're actually just talking about Niji Sanji, which is true. Niji, okay. Like, they, like, Niji, okay. Now, like, I understand that. That is, again, I'm not saying, you know, like, I mean, when I say that, like, yeah, that's bad. I know about that stuff already. But what I mean is, people will just use this to weaponize against the people who are fans of Niji Sanji and the talents, you know? That's why I say, please do not, like, say corpo bad. Because, well, that wasn't unexpected either, you know? Like, it's not. Honestly, I don't even really wish, like, Niji would stop hiring that specific type of girl. Like, stop. Ugh, I hope they get rid of the person who keeps hiring that person. Anyway. That is valid. I have seen it, but I also am from the multicultural family, and there edgy humor between us, especially me and my adopted brother. He is Chinese and I am a Slavic Italian. And the line, in my view, is you are punching down, you are punching down and you are ridiculing an ethnicity or culture. If yes, then please go to therapy. Yeah. Like, that's my issue, because dark humor can be really good, but a lot of times dark humor is literally just, I want an excuse to say something very, very bad so I can make people uncomfortable, not because it's funny. You know? That's what's been keeping me busy while working in Dear Lord audio leaks and text logs is, for one, we're just ew. I really wonder if Niji even does any background checks with how much crap is coming out about those towns. They probably don't. Like, they probably don't. Not gonna lie. Like, I personally do think that Niji is a good company, but not a good company. They know how to keep themselves afloat. They know how to function, but they keep hiring some dog-ass people. Elise is mad. She got bullied in a game. Aw. Well, whoever bullied her is gonna have to deal with me. I'm gonna find their ass. Like, that's why I'm like, when it comes to things like that, where I'm like, because again, I am a unashamed Niji Sanji fan, and by Niji Sanji fan, I mean I like the talents of Niji Sanji. I am not standing Niji Sanji as a company, but the company cannot exist without the talents, and the talents do not exist without the company. We gotta accept this shit, you know? I'm trying to tell her to make them mad, to stop holding back and actually play like she normally does, as she should. Bro, the new shit is not even in my view anymore. I'm solely focused though. Like, that's the thing, okay? We should never compare misery. However, Niji Sanji is not as bad as this, because we have a case where their employees are shitty, but they themselves are not embezzling money or stealing from a charity. Like, maybe they might in the future, who knows? But we need to understand these things. Because the thing is, no one even mentions like any of the other talents, by the way. No one ever cares. All people care about is, well, Selene and the guy. And I'm sitting here being like, y'all don't even watch Niji Sanji to know that there's been other people, but okay. Not to mention, I'm sorry. If someone brings sex pest nonsense to me, not you, Axel, because I did ask you. Have y'all seen what some of these haters have done to, like, Alara? Like, have you seen the gross, nasty, horrifying crap they've done to her? If people come to me about, well, Niji Sanji harbored a sex pest, I'm like, have y'all seen the stuff they've done to her? If you do not say anything about that, then you don't care about freaking little bit over there. You know, yeah, the charity stuff completely blank the Niji Sanji stuff. Like, and again, Niji Sanji is not perfect. They are not good. They are still evil, but they are not stealing from a charity evil. You know, their biggest problem is sometimes they don't know how to, like, I'm not aware of all that. Is it TLDR? Can I get, okay, so after the whole thing with Selene, one of the favorite thing of haters to do is draw R-worded art of her being brutalized in all sorts of ways. Specifically Laura, by the way. Specifically her. You know? Hello, I want to draw what say hello you, I'ma draw what I want as I think about the effed up VShojo, their economy. Like, seriously, fam dog, VTuber Hilt is dying. Like, what? I think, like, exactly, what are you talking about? And yeah, at this point, sometimes Mercy should be left at home and replaced by slug rats. And somehow that's not the craziest thing I've heard about a corpo VTuber. The things I've heard from another corpo VTuber is actually bonkers. That's the thing. All of the companies have their sins. All of them. We are not going to pretend that Niji Sanji is the special snowflake of evil. All of the companies have done some nefarious shit. Not as bad as for Shoujo, but done some nefarious shit. First, the yada yada drama about Black VTuber community, about Black VTuber community, Niji Sanji drama, Senders behind the scenes exposed, the VTuber harassing train, and now this. Half that shit isn't even worth talking about. Man, I hate this how spiteful the community can be. That's a form of effed up that at least makes embolden the energy of Brad Pitt's character in Inglourious Basterds. I want my scalps. That's why, as someone who is a Niji Sanji fan and I'm aware of these things, if you are not aware of the abuse that the talents of Niji Sanji has gone through for the last, like, 3 years, do not talk to me about the frickin' Selene situation, because I will drop kick people. These people, and again, they're like, don't support the talents, but then they're like, I mean, they still work there, so they support this bad thing, and I'm like, they didn't fucking know. Like, dog, why can't we just be usual and not go to the dark path? I know, but when they say bonkers, they say, yeah. I'm good. Am I gonna sneeze? Yep. Excuse me. Ugh. Anyway, but that's the thing. Like, do not moral high ground and then also try to drag Niji Sanji, because good lord. Thank you. Same thing with Hololive, by the way. I am not going to be one of those people. Hololive is untouchable and also the best thing ever. You know? All companies have done nefarious nonsense. Oh, where do I want to put that? Just not, you know, for shoujo nonsense. There we go. Like, we have to kind of be honest about these things. you know? Otherwise, you literally will start trying to take stuff out on. That's actually why, like, I'm glad all the talents for Vishojo left, because if they stayed, people would do the same thing that they've done to the Niji Sanji talents. They would do the same thing to the Vishojo talents. Don't be like, they would never. Yes, they would, because they have. Have you seen what they've done to fruit? Like, you know, like, they quit not just because of the moral outrage, but they also did this to help themselves. Some of them even admitted that if they didn't quit as soon as they could, people were gonna just act like they supported all this negative crap, which is something that bad bad VTuber fans have and will continue to do. You know, they've done these things before and they shall continue. You know, as I'm bringing back our favorite cupcake here. Okay. Oh wait, no, I'm doing the let's see, what color is this gonna be? Currently I'm following over 10k indie VTubers on here, and no, seriously, last time I counted was like 3-4k back in 2002. Half the people I follow don't even stream anymore. It's rough out here, man. It is rough out here. Like, trying to like being a indie VTuber is difficult. That's why I don't know how many of them are gonna stay indie, you know? I don't know how many of them are gonna actually stay indie at this point. Like, because it's gonna be hard. God forbid they do what they need to do to live. Yeah. Some of the nonsense gets kept secret for years, and it wasn't until 2020 that Ford and GM were exposed for supplying 1930s Germany with their logistics vehicles of their own free will and utilized slave labor. Exactly. Exactly. Corporations are evil. They're evil, y'all. I also never understood hating on the towns themselves for bad corporate practices. Like I said, Chico, the reason why is because people are looking for someone to hurt. Management is too hard to get a hold of, and the company is an unfeeling monolith. So they turn that anger on the talents. It's not fair, it's wrong, but people do that because they want someone to hurt. Because that their feelings are welling up too much, you know? VTuber Iron Mouse started indie, and basically all the others who made it in the top 10, like, yeah, that's true, but she hasn't been indie for quite some time. Like, again, Iron Mouse herself will still be fine. She'll be okay. Everyone else is who I'm actually worried about, because they kind of got a little left in the dust there, you know? They got a little left in the dust, you know? And like, I'm like, ugh, oh no. Girl hit the ground running. So thank you for save progress, and I'm gonna do my stretch. I'm not sure what my spine is doing. I'm gonna drink some water. Thanks, Vivid. Even same on here, I watched like a lot of VTubers who were indies from like 5 viewers to from 20 to 120, and I was there during the growth. Yeah. I would love to say, but it's 2 a.m. Okay, no problem, Chuckle. Thank you very much for stopping by. Thank you very much for the conversation. I hope you have a great rest. Thank you very much for dropping by. Anyway. And I couldn't be prouder of them, even though it's like 25% of the time. Being a streamer is hard, man. There's only one single corpo that does get a soft spot in my heart, Little Caesars, because the owner rehoused Rosa Parks after she was a victim of a break-in, and this wasn't a PR move. Nobody found out about this until both had passed away, and the financial records were discovered. I see. Figured you should stretch every once in a while since you know you're old, which is true. I'm so old. Let's see. I don't have like pink pants. Okay, we're gonna go with pink. Because this boy is fabulous. Let's see here. this. Yeah, it'll be fine. I'm ranting so much today. Oh, it's always nice to when you get when you're at that their beginning. I remember watching Buffs and the Toon Girl VTubers first streams was fun. But I did just got done animating for this art fight for today. Ooh, nice. He almost made his pizzas so low-income families could afford good quality food. That's cute. I was like, Kitty, hello, welcome in, welcome in. How are you, Kitty? How you doing? Since Kitty is here, you know what time it is. It is butter time. Let's go. Here's your buttering for the day. Butter, 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 butter. You like to get the butter chat? Butter, butter, butter for all. Here you go. It's not time for spicy wings. It's time for butter. Take the butter and like it. Butter, 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 butter. Yes! Join in the buttering, my chat. Join in the butter. Oh god, I should make an actual butter emote. Actually should, that'd be fun. It's taking me way too long to color this thing. Just because I'm having too much fun with the conversation. I'm just like, oh. Anyway. Let's see here. I just forgot the eyebrows. Plastic butter is never gets old. There we go. Time to blast the butter. You have a butter emote too. Well, yeah, but I need more. I need more butter. No more butter. Oh, speaking of weird stuff on Twitter, completely separate from the depressing stuff on fandom, exploded from the is Izuku versus Miles death battle. Is that Miles Morales and goddamn, no, it's not Deku. I don't know who Izuku is. More butter, more butter. So is your main weapon something made of butter? Oh, I don't have a weapon. I use portals. God damn it, not Deku. I hate Deku. You guys know I hate Deku. Deku can rot. Little piece of nuggetry. Weird little cabbage boy. I hate him. I'm not a fan. Deku. He gets my nerves. Let's see. Little Caesars also sends out semi-trucks full of Little Caesars pizzas to areas affected by natural disasters and helped rehouse these victims. They have helped millions affected by things like Hurricane Katrina. I did not know Little Caesars was such a bro. And a lot of people are mad at because Deku went ill. Deku needs to go home. Alright then, follow-up question. Why butter? Like, why do you talk about butter so much? It's Kitty's fault. The guy who's screaming no butter, Thief King, he's my cat, and I like to stalk him on occasion. And I was talking about buttered turtles, and he said don't butter the turtle, so I'm like, fine, I'm gonna butter the cat. And I've been buttering people ever since. It's been like 2 years. So blame the kid. See, there he is right there. Look at him. Look at him being cute. Look at this cat. Blame him for everyone getting buttered. It's all his fault. Don't worry, he's secretly into it. Kitty, you're very cute. Don't argue with me. Let's see. Okay, so now we're gonna go to the background real quick. Just so I can get that coloring in. Let's see. Ugh. Let's see, am I gonna burp? I don't want to burp. I want to do it. And it still happened. Ugh. Oh well. Blame myself. Oh boy. Hey Amber, hello. Look, I got a shrimp for like little for the Caesars. They are a proper representation of Detroit, unlike everything else from Detroit. Feel ya. I feel that very much. Let's see. We'll do some red. Anyway. All right, so butter emote would it look like probably just a smaller version of the weird giant slab I slap on everybody all the time. It'll probably just be that. Oh, yeah. Let's see. That looks good. And then we shall put this here. Oh wait. Right here. I will do this one instead. Biscuits. I've fallen for it again. Let's see here. And then we're gonna just cover this in. Perfect. Anyway. The butter substitute. Did we ever establish Semi's weakness is margarine? Ew, gross. Get out of here with that shit. Anyway. No, now don't get me wrong. I love when they do anime character versus something else because of the anime character wins. And, oh, hello. Hey there, Shadow Kitsune. Welcome in. Hey there, Raiders. My name is Semi Enigma. I am an Elder Dragon Bond boss. How you doing today? Hope you're doing good. What are we up to? We're talking about hilarity. Oh. Let's see, you always wins. They cheer like 1 point for us weebs, and I explained that with the girl from F and Lead versus Carnage and 1, I had a random thought of you holding butter eyes glowing red and purple. Your choice, like a threat to butter up someone. If you've seen my starting screen, I have a wall of butter. It's great. She. That means Semi's weakness is I can't believe it's not butter. Ew, gross. Get that out of here. Mess around in Mario Kart. Oops. There we go. Okay. So that's all the base colors there. Oops, I forgot to turn this off. Okay. Oh, I was like, what is that doing there? It's because I forgot about it. But, get out of there. There we go. I wonder why I couldn't find it. Let's see. We'll just do this as the darker red. Yeah, it'll be fine. Can we get an option of a non-dairy butter for the lactose intolerant viewers? No, you will all take the butter and like it. Fun fact about margarine, it's actually got sued by butter companies because of the yellow color. It was because of the yellow color. It was so separated the dye so you can dye it yourself. Ew, gross. No, don't dye your food. It's nasty. Okay, that looks good. Oh, I gotta color the fucking sky. Jeez. Can't believe I forgot about the sky, y'all. There we go. And then up here. Let's see. Actually, I should probably color that like a wooden color. I think I'm gonna do that instead. There we go. That's better. I live within Wisconsin and lactose intolerant, and I'm still triggering. But look, I used to be lactose intolerant for like 2 years. You know what? You can get over it if you just work hard enough. No, don't do that, please. I used to take these things called these little lactate pills. Those things helped a lot, actually, but I don't think they're for people who are born lactose intolerant. I think they only work for people like me who just kind of temporarily became lactose intolerant. That's my story. I'm sticking to it. Let's see here. I'm gonna do this just to fill everybody in. And then da, da, da. Let's see. We're gonna do this to fill this in. Shh. Oh, there we go. Fix it. There we go. My back. Anyway. Let's see. Do I want that or do I think I want them to be blue. I think I want them to still be blue. Fuck. Okay. Because I was looking at them, I'm like, oh, they kind of look weird. Okay, I don't like it. Let's fix that. Yep, that's definitely way better. Actually, can I do this blue too? No. Looks weird. I don't like it. Alright. Quite fit. Or should they be pink? And just like a brighter pink? Oops. That. Okay, I like that better. Anyway. See, some of my friends are lactose intolerant. All of them are like, I don't give a F. I remember I had a friend that was lactose intolerant and he said, oh, I can't have pizza, I'm lactose intolerant. And my best friend took a slice and ate it and he said, should have said you had a weak bloodline. No. That's terrible. Oh my god. Oh, that is so funny. Okay, no, this looks good. Okay. I might have to come back to this one, chat. I might have to come back to this with alternative colors. Because I'm not quite feeling it. Let's see. But we'll see. We'll see. Because these are his colors, but I don't know. Sometimes when you do the art, sometimes you gotta come back to it, you know? So I might have to come back to this one. Possibly. Let's see. Oh, we're almost done though. Despite me ranting for several hours, I'm almost done. Isn't that great? Okay. I originally gave him sandals, but you know he doesn't need them. He doesn't need the sandals. Let's see. Okay. God, fuck. There we go. Oh, what am I doing? Your eye color's over here, buddy. Let's see. Hey, Raphael, hello. Welcome in. How are you? Chat is all the lactose intolerant bros taking the L after L with all these chat messages. It's okay. See, bro, my best friend, but let's see, I love my best friend, but if his joke game isn't diabolical, I can't. Thank you very much for these so I stretch. I don't know what my posture's doing, and I drink water. Okay. One day we will escape, chat, and it'll be great. We will escape the cycle of whatever this is. I don't know. I'm hitting the weird part again. Okay. My child. Okay. Like I don't. Like I feel. Like is. Let's see. Okay, so why don't we do this? Let's see. Let's make this. Oops. Now what am I to do? Where is this? Oh, it is there. Okay. Let's see. Like that. No, the deeper pink was better. Maybe we should just make his pants white. I'm like fighting his clothes right now. Actually, it looks cuter. Anyway, the cycle of the endless show. Don't talk, yeah, pretty much. But worry not, chat, for I will never give you up. I will never let you down. I will never run around or desert you, because I will lock you in my basement where you will be happy forever. One of these days, someone's gonna come in here and take me seriously. They're gonna be like, you'll never believe what Semi said. Oh my god. She's evil. That's what you guys sound like. It's like, she said she's gonna lock us in the basement. Eh. Oh my god. Let's see. I should arrange this one. Yeah. Ooh, stylistic. Let's see. Oof. Sorry. Okay. Let's see. I kind of like that. I kind of like that. Actually, should I just color all of them in? Should I just color all of it? Like I do all this and this bitch is just in the dark. I am a very evil corporal dragon. I'm super evil. Super duper. I know people don't believe me for some reason, but I am super duper evil, y'all. Like, we're like, oh my god. Send me so evil. I gotta stop making that weird noise at the end because it sounds funny. It keeps making me laugh. I'm like, wah. Say what your most evil thing and say, well, what is the most evil thing you have done? Well, honey, I'm not gonna tell you because I'm not stupid. I'll leave it up to your imagination. Anyway. Let's see. Let's see, I need this color right here. Okay, so I need to color the rest of this in real quick. Boink. Here we go. Man. Damn, mission failed. We will get her next. I'm on to you. I'm on to you and your nonsense. You ain't gonna get me, chat. You're not getting me. Da-da-da-da. Let's see. I usually use this color here, isn't it? No, this one. Definitely this one. Semi-yellow. Wow. Waluigi. No, not the Waluigi. Oh man. Like, I keep doing it by accident because it's kind of a fun noise to make. And I'm just like, no, they're never gonna take me seriously if I just keep whying everywhere. Oh, wait. Lore? Oh, shit. Wait, hold. Is this the foolproof plan if I do this? Does me redeeming lore count? Depends. So is it the same question? Because if you're asking what the worst thing I did in lore, that'll be interesting. I can answer that. Is that your question? Or do you have a different lore question? Let's see. Yes? The most evil thing I have ever done in my lore is eat people. That is the most evil thing I've ever done. Is eat people. Better a defenseless cat is not evil. You're secretly into it. Anyway. Well, in fact, I can actually do a good Waluigi. And Ellie hates it. Oh my god. You should totally just walk up behind her one day, you know, get all romantic, and then just go, like, just say, I love you, honey, but in the Waluigi voice. In her ear, just whisper it. Like, any reason, or just, like, You were hungry and needed food. They were sacrifices. Well, good night. Like, well, good night. Shift, I'm about to crash. Okay, have a good rest. We are almost done. We are almost done with the fun. Oh, I see. Understandable. Let's see here. But yes, we are almost done. Let's see here. Okay, and honestly, I might as well just delete this, to be quite honest. Wait, let me use something a little bit weaker. There we go. I've done that in the Mickey Mouse voice. Oh my god, I would have paid to see that, not gonna lie. I would have paid some good money to see that. Jeez. Would have been so good. Let's see here. Okay, and I'm gonna just copy this just in case I mess up. Okay, and where is it? I'm almost done, and then I will release you into the wild chat. You'll be able to run around and frolic or whatever you guys do. Let's see here. Oh, I need to color that. Need to color that. Multiply. We're almost done, I swear. And then I will go to sleep, and I will, I don't know, discover chicken nuggets or whatever. Oh. I've done some tests with people, aka myself, for potions. However, nothing ever works. Sometimes it'd be like that. Well, more like locked to my shop unless I need to grab ingredients and potions or cooking. I getcha. Okay, let's see. I think go. And where's my other brush? Is it this one? Oh, I silly. I'm a silly doodle. There we go. Okay, and then we need to get some of the dark colors here. Oh, I forgot about the white part. Fuck! I never forgot something. Nope. Okay, cool. And then we just need. We're in the home stretch. I swear, we are almost out of here. Okay, and then I just need. Oops. This color right here for the sky, for the beautiful sky. Cool. Huh. Honestly, I think this looks pretty good. I think it looks pretty good. What do you guys think? Y'all think it looks pretty cool? Let's see here. Anyway, what the fuck is this? Wait, what? What do you mean? What is this timing? Literally turned into on my niece's TV. Oh, he's coming for you. Like Mickey's coming for you. He's coming to collect. Let's see here. Oh, forgot about that in here. Okay, and then just kind of brush it a little bit. Oh, wrong color. Oh, I hate when I do that. Okay. I think this is pretty good for what I want. Let's see. Oops. Stop it. Here. Just tone this down just a little. Just tone it down just a bit. Okay, you know what, this is fun. Cool. Thank you very much for the care combo. I stretched. I don't know what my posture's doing. I drank some water. But honestly, I think this came out really good. For those of you who do not know, this is one of my NPC characters. His name is Post. He's basically just, he's the local vampire. He's basically just kind of my pet dog, honestly. Like, but that's basically who and what he is, which is why he is under the umbrella. He is not going to be hurt by sunlight. However, he doesn't like it. So he tends to just kind of hang out. He tends to just kind of hang out in places sometimes, so don't mind him. But other than that, yeah, I got everything I need. Yep. Crawls weakly onto Semi's lap for comfort. Oh my god. Oh, is that my favorite Dodge Ram? Is that my Dodge Ram? Look at you. Just gonna pick him up and just put him on my lap like, there, it's okay. My poor honey, oh my god. It's okay, Phaedric. Hello, I missed you. You came in just in time for me to end stream, though. Oh my god. But I hope you're doing okay. Hope you're doing all right. You seem pretty tired. Let's see. Oh shit! I knew I forgot. Oh, sorry, Chad. I'm keeping you here a little bit longer because there is something that I forgot. I gotta do a little bit of background lines, so just bear with me, okay? Bear with me. And I will get this over and done with. Let's see. Wait, what if I like? Oh, okay. What if I just I hope it's up here. Ah! Scared the fuck out of me. But hello. Mesh goes better, Mentos freshness goes better with Mentos fresh and full of life. Ow. Anyway, hello. Oh, that crunch. We will never ever not miss that glorious crunch. Oh boy. See, yep, Techno Satan has reared his ugly head yet again. Anyway, but I am almost done. I swear, I'm just getting these lines filled in because I like colored lines. They make things look a little softer, which is why I like them so much. They're just so cute. make everything pretty. I'm just gonna go ahead and put this in there right quick. Let's see, here, here. Best thing about this guy is that he's very monochrome. He's very, very monochrome. Let's see. People really underestimate just how nice being monochrome can be. Actually, I don't want to do that there. Okay. Here though, yes. Belly button. And here. And forget these. And other than that, yes, that looks very good. Very nice indeed. Okay, I am now actually done. Ugh. Thank you very much for joining me today. Let me see who I would like to rate today. Who am I rating today? Let's take a look. Today, we're gonna rate. We're gonna, I don't know. Yeah, you know who? Wait, is anyone actually doing? I'm trying to see who I have not rated in a while. Let's go with. God, I follow so many people. Today we're gonna actually raid. You know what I haven't raided in a long ass time? I'm gonna raid Zeta Redux. He's like a Gundam. Yeah, he's like basically a Gundam. Like, I know it's like late, so you guys obviously are gonna want to have like someone who has lots of excitement. So we're gonna go with Zeta Redux. Thank you so much still for joining me today, even though I just ranted about Vishoto the whole time. As one does. Everyone will be ranting about this, so at least I got this out of my system. Let's see. Raid. But make sure to be good behaved and don't be a menace. I love you very much. If you are somehow watching the VOD, make sure to like and subscribe for some reason. If anybody who is new around here, you can find me via my socials. I do have a Discord that I pop into momentarily, but not for very long, so don't expect much. Yeah. Okay. Love you, bye.